Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. The Irish Spaghetti Podcast. Like and subscribe. Please enjoy the show.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. We're your hosts, Billy G, Nicky P. Nick, how are you?
Doing good.
Right on, Nick. There's something different about you. I cannot put my hand on it. What the heck is going on?
Man, my cock got bigger.
Oh my, you're right. Jesus Christ. Is that thing got a heart in it?
I want to talk about what's going on the screen up there because I feel like the beard needs a little trimming, man. There's usually a Hanukkah on top.
Hello, matzo ball soup. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Johnny Tsunami. You will notice him as a regular on here. We are expanding the Irish Spaghetti family. I'm telling you this right now.
I fucking made it.
Oh, look who it is.
I'm late, but I made it.
Did you just fly in? You look,
Get out of here.
your wings look tired.
I'm taking a shit. It's our show. It's our show.
He said he's about to take a shit.
Suck!
Johnny Tsunami, welcome to the family, baby. We're going to murder this, man. Yes, bro, yes.
Nicky Bag of Donuts.
Thank you for covering for me, sir. I'm sorry I was late. I do appreciate you. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the man, the legend, Johnny. He is the reason why this set exists and half the reason why the show exists. Without him, we couldn't do any of this.
We're doing it.
I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. But we're going to have him on the show more and more when we get a third mic. He's the fucking greatest,
he
man.
has the same humor as we do. We get right into it. A lot of the time that we spend over here is just us going back and forth bullshit and doing it. But
full disclosure, the reason why I was late is because I saw that Billy had a Mickey Mouse ice cream shirt on, so I wanted to put on my Mickey Rat shirt.
Oh,
hey,
Disney Bros,
Pixar,
Pixar.
I love this shit, man. This shirt's fucking hilarious. You know where I actually saw this shirt for the first time?
Where?
Did you ever see My Best Friend's Girl with Dane Cook and Alec Baldwin?
Oh my god! Right.
After the one night stand, he walks out of the apartment or whatever, and he's wearing a white version of this shirt. And I fucking looked it up online and ordered it immediately.
Instantly, like I'm buying.
I was crying laughing. No, they might be, man. They had such good chemistry in that movie. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
You know what?
He's like, last night I fucked her within an inch of her life. True story. Alec Baldwin was gold before he shot people.
I know. Stop shooting people, Alec Baldwin. You nut. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this right now.
Take creative shots only.
Yeah, really. Dane Cook got a raw deal. I think a lot of people got turned off because Employee of the Month, which honestly, in my eyes, I don't even think
underrated.
That was that bad.
It wasn't great, but it was a passable, decent movie.
But
it was decent.
But it ruined his career. You're aware of this?
Did it really?
Dude,
I thought him being accused of stealing the Louis C.K. jokes ruined his career. Because then Louis C.K. did an episode of his show Louis, and he had Dane Cook on, and they talked about it on the show.
Oh, I thought he came out with a big press conference, and he was talking about I'm going to start putting more, like pride into my projects and stuff like that. I knew people got pissed at that movie because like fucking Jessica says it. Honestly, Andy Dick was hilarious, and that Dane Cook was fine in it. It was no worse than any of like the later Richard Pryor movies. You know what I mean? Like I think people have this unwinnable line in the sand that they draw. And it's like, dude, Dane Cook was fine, but you're right.
Dane Cook was funny. He was talented. He was interesting. He was entertaining. I like Dane Cook. And I'm not saying he's the best comic of all time. And no, actually, like when you watch, like when I bump it sounds weird. No, okay. When you watch the episode with Louis C.K. and they actually talk about it and he states his case basically, I actually agree with what he said.
Yeah.
He was like, because I mean, like when you're a comic or when you're any type of creative person that you're not the only one in your industry doing that job. Yeah. There is parallel thinking amongst comics and amongst, other creative types, if you will. It's just naturally going to be overlapped. So the joke was something about like having an itchy asshole. And Dane Cook said in the episode, he goes, you're not the only one's ever had an itchy asshole and like come up with comedy on that. He goes, basically he's like, I was already wildly successful on my own with my own material. Like I had no need or reason to steal your stuff. I think that he was making sense.
But I'll tell you this. I know the itchy asshole joke. I heard it. It was the other one. It was the names.
Wait, but on the show they addressed it as the itchy asshole.
Yeah, as the O&A, right? But when they brought it on there was another one with Dane Cook, another joke he stole. Louis C.K. is without a doubt, and you'd agree, is one of the most original talented, amazing comics to ever step foot
By
on that
far,
stage.
Hall of Fame.
Well,
Hall of Fame.
Louis C.K. come out and he did a joke and he said,
Cheers.
Cheers, man. I am.
Guys, we're drinking on this episode. We're gonna have a little bit of a good time. So, salute. Do you need a fresh one?
Yes, can I get a fresh
Let
one?
me down this. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No
I will
worries.
open us each a new
Yes.
cerveza.
Baby. Oh, I feel like I'm at a beach.
cerveza. You want to talk about this hilarious shit in the background?
Okay, all right. Do you see more of Nick's new work? Is this not wonderful? Step Brothers, baby. That's me as Will Ferrell, and that is Nick as John C. Reilly. I'm telling you, we noticed that in every single duo comedy movie, there's always a guy with a lighter complexion and a guy with a darker complexion. We can do this for days. I mean, we could do this for years. I know I meant days as in like nonstop for days coming up with movies.
It's
Cheers,
literally
sir.
endless.
Come
Thank
on,
you.
man.
Thank you, my
Salud,
friend.
buddy. Boom.
Boom.
We wanted to come on this show with a little ease back, you know? But
Cheers.
so how that joke went down was Louis C.K.
Thank you.
Sorry, I did not want to leave that undrinking. That would have been terrible.
I forgive you.
Yeah, thank you. Louis C.K.
Get out!
Get out! The house.
Get out of here!
Honey, open the door. Get this fat fuck out of the house. Just starts going up. I'm just like leaving.
Who let fucking Brendan Fraser?
Exactly. And I'm like, the whale.
Your hair's missing and shit.
I just want to do something right.
I just want to do something right.
So,
sorry.
no, but
As you were, soldier.
all right, so here's how this goes. Louis C.K. Does a joke about the funnest part of having children is naming them. And he said, I just want a kid with a bunch of vowels in his name, like name.
I remember that.
And then Dane Cook comes out a year later on his Vicious Circle special, and he goes, the best thing about having kids, oh man, I'm really bad. He goes, the best thing about having kids is naming them. He says, I just want a kid, I just want to have a child, and I want to name them like 40 Fs, like it's the same.
Is that
joke.
the one,
dude? It's
that
that
he stole?
joke.
But he didn't need to steal it. He was already so successful.
You're absolutely right, dude.
On his own.
But just like, all right, you'd make the same argument for, stupid, horrible fucking pig Amy Schumer. The thing is, dude,
stupid, horrible pig.
Oh, I'm
Amy
sorry. I
Schumer.
left some other awful names out for her. But the thing was,
He used her full name, ladies and gentlemen.
dude, when you get,
she must be in trouble.
Yeah, when you Amy Little Schumer,
Stupid pig. That's
Yeah.
what her parents used to scream at her.
You're right. I did say all this
when she
horrible thing
stole
before
$5
the
out of
last
her mother's
name. Yeah.
purse for fucking
You
diet
little-
pills.
And then Alec Baldwin again, you little pig. But it's like, I feel like when you do reach that level and you get some type of writer's block and you're not hitting notes and stuff like that, and you got a special coming up and you got a show coming up, I feel like you're like, all right, well, maybe we could watch some other stuff and try to get some ideas. And I think those ideas get dangerously close to stealing jokes, and then sometimes they do cross the line. Amy Schumer was literally at the peak of her career when she came out, and she was stealing from fucking everybody. What bothered
She
me
was blatant. She was like female
really
Carlos
bad.
Mencia.
Yeah, it was Carlos Mencia.
That's gold.
One of the
yes.
greatest videos ever made was Joe Rogan cruising through the comedy club, fucking outing Carlos Mencia, and then walking outside to like little Bobby Lee, just hitting him up, and Bobby don't know what to say, and Ari Shaffir's going around there just talking. They were so fed up of that dude, literally robbing from like lesser known.
Joe
comics.
Rogan was a hero that day. He
was.
lost his mind.
He was, and he was great for it. And what are you gonna do? Fuck Joe Rogan up? I don't think so. Dude.
Side note, real quick. Hey, Johnny boy. Yes, sir. Is there any chance that we can get some more liquor up in this bitch?
Oh man, you're going hard.
I only got one beer left. This is my last beer, my third and final.
I'm like,
I want to keep the good times. If I give you like a stockpile of cash from unemployment, can I get some unemployment? I wish you could see what he's doing
like
right
that.
Oh my God.
If we put that on screen,
I'll give you $100 for $11 worth of beer.
What do you got? He had airplane bottles, right?
No, we already killed those. We
Oh,
had the
nice,
little
man.
Fireball shots that they're like accusing Fireball of not putting liquor in, which I
Well,
assure you they do.
One say cinnamon, and the other one's yeah.
Yeah, judging by my own level of drunkenness, I'm pretty confident that there is, in fact.
But did you see the two
alcohol.
different bottles though?
No.
One says cinnamon, and the other one says cinnamon liqueur.
What's, as long as he's alive.
Hey, there we go.
What's the difference between
Frankie.
cinnamon liqueur?
Yeah.
Is that like
listen,
homosexual alcohol?
Exactly. No, but
Gay alcohol?
one just says cinnamon, which is an odd thing, but who knows?
He's been heckling me for like the last hour. Billy said I look like a fucking Colombian drug lord, and then Johnny said I look like a Jewish diamond appraiser.
Honestly, no, he was saying that John C. Reilly's face, it's really squinted up. So Nick said he had to drag his face as far as it'll go, and it came out to a different person. It was so good.
John C. Reilly, it's like if you look, he has like a tiny actual face, and then it's like all fucking forehead, and that's just not how my face is. Whereas Billy's like when I put it over Will Ferrell's, it literally fits like a fucking glove. Dude, it looks exactly like him.
Look at that. I feel like I'm on the streets of New York City and fucking someone's trying to sell me a time watch.
Yes, fucking A.
That's exactly what it is.
And you know how he calls you over? He goes, Poppy, come here, Poppy.
Hey, Poppy.
Hey, Poppy, come here. Look at this, Poppy.
He does it so smooth though, so I don't know what to say.
He's like, fine. It'll pass.
Yeah.
I'll let that one go by. Stealing home base.
The last time I went to New York, I was walking in Manhattan. This black kid handed me a CD, and he said, "Check this out, dog." And he hands me a CD, and I start walking away from it. He's like, "No." He's like, "That's $10. That's $10." I'm like, dude, I would never pay you that. Listen. We're small content creators trying to come up in the world, but we're trying to do it the right. I'm not going to go out and fucking try to hustle fucking CDs.
Notice how we haven't charged you for anything until we've proven our worth.
Isn't that the way things go?
We're not on Patreon yet for a reason. It's ridiculous, man.
Is that really how rappers make it, though?
I mean, there was a time where, you got to get exposure. You got to get things out there. That's like a guerrilla marketing campaign.
You know what's funny is like, I just told that story. I've told that story for years, and he was always like kind of the butt of the joke. Be real. Now that what we're doing, I kind of respect the hustle. Isn't
no, he's
weird?
got balls to go out there and put himself on the line and get rejected and spat upon.
I'm not even shitting you. When I just told this story, I'm telling you, I literally have like a different like perspective on it. And as I was telling you,
as we're doing this,
yeah, like again, like we've
first
said it was so much work.
Dude, you could laugh into his face and then listen to his CD and then shit on him a second time, and he's still out there every day just putting it on the line.
Well, and not only that, all the studio time, whatever he's doing, he put that CD together somehow. It wasn't fucking easy. Nah, man, here, cheers to you, kid. I honestly,
cheers indeed.
Yeah. I mean, he damn sure never made it because the last time I was in New York was like fucking 13 years ago. But damn,
to the street fella, who probably just does heroin now.
I want my wallet back.
They should do a show like, you know how we like idolize and worship people whose dreams came true, and then we listen to their stories and make documentaries, and then it's like motivational speeches and memes and all that shit. There should be an opposite series where it's like those whose dreams don't come true, and they just like work at the fucking post office and
the never was.
Yeah, they have like 16 dead cats and like a fucking 900-pound wife, and they just fucking. They're diabetics and they just eat chocolate all day.
Yeah, I stole all of my mom's jewelry to get some studio time. Never worked out. It would be a whole different story, right?
Now we're all broke and she just doesn't have jewelry.
Oh,
that's how that story
She died
ended.
last year when we didn't have enough money for the medical bill. But anyways.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, by the way,
home to mommy.
I'm little C, listen to my SoundCloud.
Taking your shit.
Bye-bye, home to mommy. There's nothing better than tired Trump. Bye-bye, home to mommy.
4 more years.
4 more years. I'm slightly tired. Still mind intact.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
So, in all actuality, what do we really have on the docket for today, my friend?
Jon Jones signed today with I know, listen, we always do a little fight talk.
I like fight talk.
Yeah, Jon Jones signed today with Cyril Gane. Everybody thought the fight was gonna be Francis Ngannou, and it's Jon Jones.
Ironically enough, that this is the story for today, because over the last 2 or 3 days, I've just been binge watching all of Jon Jones' fights.
He's amazing.
I've seen him fight here and there, and I always liked him, but I never like really just watched all of his work.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot about Jon Jones.
How talented he really is.
That dude, we always hear about his creativity. For real though, it's
those elbows, those insane elbows.
But I will say this: what I also learned is that he is one of the scariest people on earth. Not because of how good a fighter he is, because of his personality.
Yeah.
So I was watching him beat the brakes off of Anthony Smith, where he literally attacks every single part of this man's body, from the feet to his shins, to his ankles, to his thighs, to his stomach, chest, face, literally everything. And he did it with malicious intent to break him down, just to hurt and punish him for the shit that he talked. And you could see like the torturing kind of attitude.
Terrifying.
You could see and like so imagine being in there with this man. You're locked in a fucking cage with this man who literally you can't stop from doing basically what he wills, and he does do that with a malicious attitude. And I watched fight after fight of him doing that. Same thing with Daniel Cormier, where he actually hated him. He's scary, man.
Yeah.
There's something about he's captivating, interesting. I like him and I don't like him at the same time. And he's scary. And there's just something about that guy.
And it's so funny because it's like Jon Jones.
He's not normal.
Yeah, he would leave for like years at a time.
He didn't even train for half those fights.
And DC would come in and he would murder everybody because DC is like this world class athlete. He's very talented. And then Jon Jones would come in and just smoke him. And you're just like, what are you?
Dude, in the second fight press conference, he's like, you were doing coke. He's like, I beat you after doing a weekend of coke.
Yeah,
like,
it totally blew up in his face. It blew up in his face. Why would you even bring that up? Yeah, you're right. He was doing coke. So, I mean, shouldn't you have like really like fucking, you were training the good life. You know what I mean? You're telling me that.
Crazy.
So he would go in and he'd like stomp a foot, kick a calf, hit a fucking shin, come up, tee off on his head, hit his arm.
You could see that it was on purpose,
insane.
just to break, not only just to win the fight, to break this man's soul.
I love him.
There was one point in time, there was no reason for this. He had him against the cage after he worked his whole body, and he just starts stomping on his fucking foot, because it was like the last place he had an attack.
Yeah.
And then, this is the best part. The best part is that Anthony Smith literally gets reduced down to the fetal position, not an exaggeration. He's literally in the fetal position, like just like covering up and getting pummeled, right?
Yeah.
Jon Jones stands up. He starts stomping on him like a fucking grub worm, literally just stomping on his stomach, literally just crushing it with the heel of his foot. And you could see like the in his mind, he's like, you're literally a worm to me. And he's like just fucking crushing him. And it was obvious.
So he could have finished.
It wasn't just
fight.
a martial arts tactic.
Yeah.
He could have.
He could have finished the fight long ago, but he was toying with him.
At one point in time, I'm not bullshitting. After Anthony Smith gets his ass beat to death for like 4 rounds, I forgot what exactly, it was like later in the fight or whatever. Anthony Smith is on his knees, covering up like this. Jon Jones drops to his knees like how you would play with your 5-year-old kid, and starts beating the shit out of him while on his fucking knees. It was the most demoralizing, embarrassing, terrifying, unsettling fight. What was also beautiful at the same time. And that's why I'm saying like there's he's a captivating guy where it's like, he's like an artist, but like a demonic, evil, brilliant, remarkable one. It was crazy.
In my mind,
watch that fight.
In my mind, even like top tier Anderson Silva, I think Jon Jones is the greatest fighter that ever lived, hands down, easy.
I kind of think so too. The only thing that puts an asterisk or that makes me like
it's
not
he was out all the time.
No, it's not that. If you watch all of his fights, he's clearly a remarkably big light heavyweight.
Oh yeah,
like he was.
Dude, he looks like LeBron
bigger.
walking around, and then he gets in there with like skinny, taller guys.
Way bigger.
Yeah.
Even when you see him fight Daniel Cormier, and Daniel Cormier's like a big guy, dude, you could tell that naturally. It's like Jon Jones is like a T-Rex, and he's like whatever the next step down would be. Like it's like you could see that he's just, his frame is just naturally, he's just a bigger fucking guy. Well, it's hard to explain.
Only one that gave
just watch him stand side by side, and you'll be like, oh, Gustafsson, which I watched those fights, great fights.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only one who ever gave him any trouble.
No, Dominic Reyes.
He's too taller. Really?
Yeah, Dominic Reyes, in my opinion, beat him in that fight.
Was it early John, mid John, or late John?
No, it was later John. But it was just like the guy just caught lightning in a bottle. You could tell like whenever John has a bad performance, it's usually because he didn't train for that fight. Didn't take it serious. Like the Gustafsson fight, he literally said in the second press conference, he's like, I didn't even do a camp for that fight. And then Gustafsson was like, oh, I just hear excuses.
Yeah.
And then he murdered him in the second fight. So he wasn't lying. Clearly, he really wasn't trying his hardest.
He got pulled over by police. Listen to the confidence in this guy. He got pulled over by police, and he had Magnum condoms and these boner pills. And they were like, "What do you need these for, champ?" Like just asking him. He's like, "My penis is so big that I can't get enough blood in it to lift it up." He's like, "So I take those pills so more will go in it." And the cop just like, Jesus Christ.
We're not even sure to this day if he was joking. We're not 100%. He could submit you with this.
Narrator, he wasn't.
He could submit you with this cock rope. He just hog ties you up and chokes you out with it.
It's funny too.
It's like a garden hose that hasn't been rolled back up yet.
He went to private school. Like all his friends were like these super, super bro white kids. You know what I mean? Like that's like what he grew up around. And then he's just like this insanely talented wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he was like doing Division 1. They want him, go to college and stuff like that. Yeah, he is. He's the greatest fighter, and once again, the greatest fighter to ever live. It sucks that he didn't do more fights and defend his title more and stuff like that. But for what actually, doesn't he have a lot of fights under his belt?
He has, listen to this. This is unbelievable. For anyone that knows the sport or fighting, combat sports, blah, blah, blah. He has more championship fights and defenses than regular fights.
Yeah.
Which, if you understand, like anything about, again, like, that is absurd. That is unheard of. It's unheard of. Usually,
like Khabib Nurmagomedov, like was like second. Yeah. But my question is, how does he get off for years? And then has so many, because I'm sorry, I know I was talking out of my ass there, but I knew he had a ton of fights. But I'm just wondering, it's like, I just think he should have had more. But then again, it's like, honestly, he
with
has,
his layoffs and everything on top of that, and then he comes back on a layoff like rusty and just doesn't even train and beats the shit out of people.
Dude, people, it makes no sense.
Unbelievable,
he's so amazing.
It's unbelievable.
And so you look at it, and he's been gone for years, and it comes back, and it's like whoever's the champ, Jon Jones comes in and goes. And then just knocks the shit out of them.
You could see it.
And then he leaves for another 2 years, and you're just like, what just happened?
Do you know what I love so much about Jon Jones? And this is a little nuanced thing that most people probably like don't really pay attention to, but this is the true testimony as to how good not only is he and how good he knows he is and how comfortable he is. When you see him do like stare downs or like face offs and things like that in press conferences, the opponent is staring at him like, it's like looking at him, just intense, like laser eyes and staring at him. He never even looks at him.
Yeah.
He
doesn't even give him that respect.
He never, because he's like, you're so inconsequential to me. There's so nothing that you can do that I don't have to intimidate you. I don't have to posture.
Nothing.
Like you're just, I don't even care what your name is. You're just the next guy that I'm going to absolutely destroy.
Yeah,
and that's
he looks like this. He goes like this. He like turns his
He
head
looks
like,
away.
Yeah.
Even like when they're in the center of the cage and they're announcing it and they go, all right, touch gloves. And always like, there's like, heavy eye contact like we were just doing and all that. He literally is not looking away. He just goes, and then just like goes on and fights and beats the shit out of people.
And then goodbye.
And that's
bye home to mommy.
You might say that like that's like the other fighters are trying to get his attention by staring him down. He literally doesn't even give him the respect
what are you
of
gonna
acknowledging
do, get in Jon Jones' head? I don't think so.
One of the coldest shit I've ever heard, and he meant it when he said it. Daniel Cormier, they were in, I think it was the first fight or the second fight. I forgot which one it was. Anyway, they had him separated and they were like talking shit to each other, like mic'd up, right? So Daniel Cormier's in a different room. They wouldn't let him in the same room because the grudge was real, and they actually they brawled on stage. Remember?
MGM.
Yeah, they actually brawled. So anyway, so Daniel Cormier's in the other room, and he goes, I'm sure a lot of you remember this. He goes, I wish they would let me in the next room where you are so I could spit in your fucking face. And Jon Jones falls silent for about 4 or 5 seconds, which is an eternity in like dead air time. Listen, ready? Long time, right?
Yeah.
So and then he goes, if you did that to me, he goes, I would literally kill you. And then Daniel Cormier goes, what do you think? I'm just going to let you kill me? He goes, no. He goes, I'm not saying I would fight you. He goes, I would literally kill you. And you could hear the intensity in this man that he meant every word of it. He fucking meant it. So there's something about that. Yeah. That guy is like, he has a duplicitous nature because I do think that he has good qualities to him and good sides to him, but that shit is real.
Side, yeah.
Let me put it this way: like, if I was in his division, I don't give a fuck if there's a ref there or not. I would not step in that cage with that man, even as a professional, even as a bad motherfucker. Blah blah blah. Not because he's gonna beat me, because he's going to torture me and make me regret the day that I ever even thought about calling his name into my fucking mouth. He's terrifying. Yeah. He's actually scary. I'd rather get knocked out fucking cold than tortured. He could finish most of the guys he fights, and he chooses not to, just to literally take their fucking souls away. Yeah, but dude, it's wild.
When you said that, dude, he was like torture that guy. Okay, the reason why you want to there's like and you take this from anyone. There's a reason why Conor McGregor likes to knock him out real quick and do this and do that. The thing is, anything can happen in that ring. They can throw some lucky kick or lucky punch and knock you out. So you don't risk it. You're a professional. You don't risk it. He risked it because he's just not worried about it.
He's like, you insane. Cannot beat me.
You can't
it's
fuck
not
with
possible.
me. Here you go. Let's fuck with you. Let's toy with you. That's unreal.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm not even
genuinely
shitting
a scary
you.
man.
You literally gave me goosebumps when you said that. He was like just kind of like fucking with him. These are professionals. That dude that was huddled up on the ground, like in the fetal position, has beaten the shit out of 1 million people to get to where he's at. And he stepped in the ring with somebody who like toyed with him.
He was
That's
a child.
Insane.
He was reduced down to being an actual child.
I can't wait till this fight.
Me either.
I'm so
excited.
Let's watch this one.
Down?
I'm down. I'm fucking down.
100%. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Sabat.
I'm down.
This is a good episode, man. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, this is chill.
This shit, I love this. It's hilarious.
He's so good with these, man. He trips me out, dude. He sends me this over, and I'm
get so
looking at
excited.
this. I'm like, yeah. And you know what's funny? As we were on the phone, and he's like, hey, man, like, what do you think? He's like, we were gonna do thumbnails and this, or should we make these the thumbnails? And he's like, honestly, he's like, I want your honest to God opinion. And I'm like, look, man, I'm like, you gotta understand. I was like, I know how to play like space pinball and Facebook on the computer. That's like what I do. That's what I know. This is gonna be like work for you. I was like, if you're, I want it all, but I don't want to like lay that on you. He's like, no, I'm good with it. He goes,
I love making
doing
these
it.
things.
I love doing it.
So much
now I send him pictures. I'm sitting in my living room, like doing the perfect picture for like a Robert De Niro or a Will Ferrell or something like that.
So Easter egg, by the way, like one of our goals is when we make these is to match our faces to the original movie poster face. So if you actually look at it, we try to look as much like the original as humanly possible.
That's literally their faces. Am I lying, dude? Is that literally their faces?
Yours is perfect.
Yeah,
it's 100% accurate, by the way. You can't tell the difference.
Yeah. Like I tried to do his mouth, like that little smirk that Will Ferrell had, like.
Dude, if Colombian me didn't exist, people wouldn't even notice that it was different because yours is so spot on.
Dude, I'm telling you, I swear to God, you're smuggling like 4 keys into Miami right now. It's unreal, dude.
Oh my God.
Well, you know what?
Nicky P for Pablo Escobar.
Jones is back, man. I'm excited.
Jones is back. Watch that fight.
I had a question for you.
Talk to me.
All right. Creed 3 is coming out soon. When will this franchise die?
Gay.
Dude.
I'm going to say this. I think it's already dead. And how I know that is if I'm not mistaken, Sylvester Stallone in an interview said that he refuses to even watch that movie.
Yeah. Wait,
and
hold
he's
on,
Rocky.
wait a minute. Is he still in it though?
No,
he's in it.
No, he was like, I'm not even going to watch that. I'm not going to be a part of that movie. As far as I'm aware, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
And that's
Muscle
is that the Rocky franchise or is that the Creed franchise? Do you separate the two?
Not really.
No.
Not until Sylvester Stallone himself bowed out. You don't separate them.
Yeah.
But now you do. Also, like you can appreciate the Rockies just as the Rockies. Also, you don't have to watch them in tandem with the Creeds.
Wait a minute. If he wasn't a part of it, did they kill Rocky?
I hope not. Mental illness might have killed
Dude,
him.
wouldn't it be funny if like
After the Ivan Drago
if, like,
beating. Remember he's
yeah.
in the locker room, he's like shaking.
Oh, dude, honestly, I'm telling you right now, if Rocky was real, he would definitely have like CTE. You know what I mean? Like
He would actually be dead. I guarantee it. I think he slipped 4 jabs in the entire series.
Yeah.
The rest of them he blocked with his face.
Yes.
It's impossible.
With that horrible footwork, just getting picked off. And let me tell you something. I'm telling you this right now. And it wouldn't even be discreet like Muhammad Ali. Like they'd be like Adrian would come in, like if this is real. Adrian would come in and he'd go, Rock, let's get some food. And he'd be like this. He'd be like,
You would be brushing your teeth in the morning and you'd be like, who's that guy? Like, why is he copying me?
Yeah. And he'd be doing interviews. You'd be doing interviews and they'd be like, out of your career. He'd be like, it would be so sad. Yeah. Dude, it would be so sad. Honestly, and dude, Rocky would be universally loved. He'd be like one of the greatest actors, and you would have a tear in your eye every time you seen this one. You go,
Take it to the zoo, Rock.
Yeah, take it to the zoo, Rock.
Take it to the zoo.
What was the gangster's name?
Which one? The one that backed him at the beginning?
Yeah.
I don't remember, actually.
Scuzzo?
Probably.
Richie Gazzo.
Gazzo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Come on.
How'd you pull that one out?
I don't fucking know. I love it.
Nicely
but I'm
done.
telling you right now, he's like, did you break his fingers? He's like, look, if I break his finger, how's he gonna work? How you gonna get your money? No, how you gonna get your money? And he's like, whoa, Rock, don't you do the thinking. Let me do the thinking. I'll do the thinking for you. You go in there and I tell you break his fingers. You're making us look bad. I got a reputation. And you're like, holy shit, this guy's dope. Like Richie Gatto was here. And his muscle, like he's fucking Rocky. And his muscle's like,
he's got
just
a leather
talking
coat
shit.
and a fucking rubber ball that he
Yes.
bounces everywhere.
Here, take here. And he was like so, dude. He was so
my
not cut
Stallone
out.
deep fake.
Dude, he was so not cut out for that work. He was so not cut out for like grease work. Cause like even the guy's like, listen here, take my coat. It's at least $50. Take my coat. He's like, I'm not gonna take your coat. It's like 2 degrees out here. You're gonna die to that. You know.
This is a nice guy from
yeah,
the
he's
jump.
such a nice guy.
Did you break his arm, Rock? Good
dig
times.
your locker.
We got to play that for you guys one day.
One day we will. It's Burgess Meredith. And he's sitting there and he's training what he thinks is like the next champ and shit like that. And then Rock, he talked shit to this guy like a day ago, and then he gets the champ.
This is like right after he beats Spider Rico.
Yeah. And, Nick, you should have came. You should have came too, And then Burgess Meredith, they got rid of all his shit in his locker because he was like going to be coming to I honestly, God don't know why Burgess Meredith was so mean to him. He was paying his dues and shit.
Yeah, because I think he realized that there was like more to him. I'm trying to justify it, but no, I don't think. I think he thought he was a bum.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking bum. And you choose to be a light breaker.
Hey, Rock, I dig your locker.
Yeah. No, and the black guy's looking doing it. He's so right. And the black guy's doing it. It's like, and then Burgess Meredith leans down and he goes, and then the black guy goes, and it was like super, super jive, right? And he's like, hey, Rock, I dig your locker, man. And Burgess Meredith's like, and he's like still mic'd up. It doesn't even have a line. He's not even on screen. Exactly. He's not even on screen. Rocky's walking away. The scene's over. And Burgess Meredith, but there's got like such a kick out of him. He's like, hey, I dig your locker.
which by the way, like, I think you found it with the subtitles on, right? With the subtitles.
Yeah. I see the subtitles. Hey, I dig your locker. And then like, I turned it up. Yeah. To max. And I hear this really faint voice and it says, I dig. It was the funniest thing.
He showed it to me at work. I think I laughed for like 45 minutes straight. I couldn't even fucking go out and do my job.
He's such a nice little guy, dude. They were all cherry picked, Rock. You mean none of them were real?
They was hand picked.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? It's like that took away from the legacy, right? A little bit.
It?
I mean, at that point.
It set up the Clubber Lang movie, man.
Yeah,
he'll knock you in tomorrow, Rock,
because he's hungry, Rock.
Hey, woman. Hey, woman. I want to do it.
Why don't you come with a real man? you know. And Burgess Meredith's like packing his shit as he gets home.
We're just quoting the entire movie in series of Rocky now.
Dude, honestly, it was the greatest movie ever made.
Love him.
It really was. And that was done in 71. That was like Godfather was made like 3 years later in 74. Like think about this, man. I could rewatch those movies every day, be just fine watching it. Like, like the rewatchability of these things. I'm telling you right now, we were having this conversation before. 70s and 80s movies were on another level.
Yeah, me and Johnny and Billy were talking about it.
Yeah, they're getting good again.
We were talking about how, like, remember back in the day how every movie you had to have a catchphrase, and like Schwarzenegger's were always the best.
Yeah. Tell him one. Tell him this. Tell him stay.
True Lies, when he's in the Harrier jet and he files the missile at the helicopter at the very end, he's like, "You're fired." Or like when he the dogs go to attack him and they jump at the same time and he intercepts them in midair and cracks their heads together and he goes, "Stay."
Johnny was saying one. He had the guy hanging over the balcony. He's like, "This is my week off."
In every movie, you had to use the title of a movie in it.
I didn't even want to do the Terminator because those are so well known. But it's true. It's just more to him. He had hilarious. A catchphrase in every single movie, dude. And were they meant to be, or were they just lines written? But he delivered them so well and so good.
Back then, you needed a catchphrase and you needed to use the title of the movie in the movie.
Yeah.
You had to look at the camera and go, "It's Armageddon." And there was like the 3-second pause where you're like, "Here, I'll do it for you." You have to go, "It's Armageddon," and you're like,
and then what's his name? Who's that little Jew comedian? Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal looks over. He's like, "Yeah, we're city slickers." Is that Curly's gold?
Everyone does the up look, like the top of their eyes.
Well, Bill Maher. Every time he says something smart on his show, he's like, "Because maybe now they can smoke some fucking pot."
Smart or smarmy? He's just a smarmy.
And then he just looks at the camera and just like this 100-yard stare. He's like,
Bill Maher, I actually like Bill Maher. I just don't like how, dude, they're so Hollywood, these smarmy, arrogant douchebags.
He hates that. And anything
drives me crazy.
Any type of smug attitude, he hates that. Yeah.
Tim Pool, don't even get me started on Tim Pool with his stupid beanie because his dumb bald head. Dude, he looks fucking ridiculous.
Google Tim Pool, no beanie. Ugh. And I'm telling you right now,
he wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, It should be called the
bad.
Tim Pool's Beanie Show. Without his beanie, he would have never made it, man.
I've never
There's no
seen
way.
somebody look 25 and then 65
And simultaneously.
instantly. Instantly.
Benjamin Button.
Dude, he has this crease in his head that completely
His
surrounds a
concave
widow's
head.
peak. Because he doesn't have hair. He's balding.
I'm
He's
going to be
balding
honest
very
with you,
bad.
especially now that I have a bit of a buzz, where it's time for real talk. I'm tired of the fucking nerd thing. Like the whole autistic nerd. You have to be like a fucking autistic smart nerd.
Like
I don't get,
Friedman,
dude. Like, and I
Ben
love
Shapiro.
Lex Friedman. I'm a big fan, and Ben.
Yeah.
I like all these guys, but the whole like, idea that they're smarter because they don't have a personality or more sides to themselves than just this and like tell a joke, man. Be cool every once in a while. How about be a little bit aloof?
Cut
Show more than
loose.
one side.
Yeah.
You're not the future. Autism is not the future. I'm gonna bury that stupid idea as fast as I possibly can.
I knew a really smart guy with autism that
God
he
almighty.
did act like that. It's funny you'd bring that up.
Dude,
That's so
enough
weird.
already.
Like Asperger's,
Enough.
where you're like this idiot savant.
Dude, you're
and you
not
know
more
something
intelligent
about,
because you don't have a sense of humor, man. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Look how cool Andrew Tate is, and I bet you could smoke these dudes in a debate.
Who's a smart motherfucker? And by the
I
way,
think debates like
dude, perfect segue time. By the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. Go ahead. Set it up.
Okay,
set it
so
up.
here's what's going on. Okay, the
Bombshell.
crime continues.
Bombshell.
The crime continues. Tim Pool is now going on 2 months being locked in a tiny little cell for nothing.
Tim
Oh,
Pool.
I'm sorry. I was still
I
thinking
got
about
confused.
that.
I
I'm
was
still
like-
thinking about that bald head.
We're drinking, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
Yeah. All right. Andrew Tate is going on 6 weeks. So it was 2 months in a Romanian jail cell. Some shit.
No charges.
With no charges for an investigation that's been dragging on and on. That has completely and unrealistically witnesses and accusers and
Guess what?
Yeah, WhatsApp, right? If I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
I read the transcripts.
Well, it was a wiretap, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Yeah.
They put out the transcripts.
Yeah. And so
Real conversations.
real conversation. One of the girls that's accusing him of that horrible R, two of them.
From what I understand, 2 of them. Yes.
Jesus. They get on the phone and they do the WhatsApp thing because they think it's untraceable. And they get on there and they go, "We're just going to keep acting. We're doing our thing. Hollywood, baby." They said, "We're going to contact Netflix and Amazon and try to get a documentary." So
admitting that they're framing him and that they're lying about the entire thing. So if I'm not mistaken, 4 of them came forward and said they're not victims. Now
Yes.
2 of them are exposed as liars, which is what we've been saying the whole time, by the way.
And we
the
also
whole
said
time.
and we also said because people would come back. This was the biggest. This was the worst argument. People would come back. Why would they lie? Because there's opportunity. Why? So they could write
Read
a
the
book.
transcript.
Yeah, they could write a book. They could get a documentary. They could do this. I'm telling you, you don't look at that camera and see everybody fucking living a hunky-dory life, walking around eating pizza, walking in and out of the house, and call them human trafficking. You know what? That's an insult to actual human trafficked victims.
He actually
Holy
came
shit.
through.
Yes, he
Johnny
did.
came
Yeah.
through with the booze.
Baby,
Dude,
Corona.
please bring one over, my friend. I love you. Oh my God. This is going to be a great episode, guys. What are we in? 36. Oh, we got another hour of this easy. Let's go. Oh, the man, the fucking legend. What a great host this
Come
guy
on,
is.
baby Johnny.
Like I
yes.
said, like this wouldn't exist without this man. This guy is the best. Gold. The gold standard of human beings right here. Right here.
Johnny Tsunami.
Here, man. Let's get some girls, dude. I see the lights, dude.
Dude, I got the
See?
stripper lights.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Frankie's down.
Thank you, my
Frankie's
friend.
down.
Frankie is our
Thank you, sir.
Is he an American bulldog? What is he? He's an American bulldog. He's
He's
jacked.
fucking Larry.
What he is
He's
jacked.
Larry Bird. He has this humongously tall dog, dude. Holy shit.
Apparently, Johnny took him to the dog park today, and he, I guess, beat the shit out of some other dog.
Dog park fights, man.
Don't fuck with my shit.
Exactly.
That's it. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
I've been there too with dog fart or dog
Dog
fart.
fart.
Dog fart fights. Dog park fights, and it's funny because it's like you go
Dude, don't
there.
fuck that camera.
Yeah, and there's always like a mood when the dog fight, but like between the two owners and stuff like that. And I had a pit bull, and I was telling these guys, my pit bull got into a fight. He got attacked, and another dog came. And I remember I was like lifting up, and I seen a million fights that day because they're dogs and they're like fucking brutal. Did you just pop that? Oh, mate, can you get me up, sir? Zing zing, baby.
Just so you know, we wanted to have like a fun, loose episode because we've been working our asses off since the very beginning. And the last episode was the first time we hit the quality measures. that we wanted to hit.
This is almost a celebration.
So we're
episode,
literally
yeah.
we're celebrating now. This episode is literally just for us to have a good time. We hope you enjoy it as well. We always care about our fans and our audience. We want to show you a good time, but that's what we're doing today. We're just having a good time. So if it's a little bit more lax, it's a little bit more wild, you know, every once in a while you got to blow out the lines and celebrate your victories.
Absolutely. Between the visual and the audio, man, the work that we went through, like just like tuning this shit up.
You don't realize
ridiculous.
we killed ourselves for this. Even though like obviously we're having a great time always. But I'm telling you, it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
It really was.
The last episode here, just for instance, the last episode we shot for 1:20. I got here at 3 and I left at 9. I was here for 6 hours. So you're talking about 4.5 hours of just work committed to get the episode in line, and then we shot.
Just to get the lighting and the set right, and to dial in his microphone levels on the mixing board to make sure that it matched the same breadth that my voice has, which is all jargon. I understand that you guys don't understand everything that we're talking about, but I'm just saying, like, it's a lot more detailed and nuanced than it seems. We didn't even know when we got into it. We were just like, we're gonna make it happen, and we'll just overcome every challenge that we have faced. And it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Neither of us come from show business families or nothing like that.
The only thing I know how to do is type, bro. I couldn't even use a computer otherwise.
Yeah, it's a trip. It's a trip what we went through. And honestly, it's so funny because it's like you don't think about the behind the scenes stuff. I watch shows all the time, and all you picture is them hitting some light switch and okay, showtime,
Not
ready.
for nothing.
You know, the on air sign comes on and they start talking. No.
But how hard could it be is your thought. It's like, let me put it this way. The first day that we did the set, we got the lights styled in just so. And we're like, okay, we'll remember where the lights go and what settings we had the lights on. So when we come in tomorrow, we could just fire it up. Nope.
That changes every single day.
Every day we have to change the levels of the light. How much yellow, how much white, how high is the light, how low is the light? Is it facing the wall too much? Is it too high? Is it bouncing off the TV screen? Is there too much ambient light in the back? What time of day is it? I mean, where do we put them on the actual floor of the room? Like it's not, every day it's different, and you can't just replicate it. That's the crazy thing. You can't replicate it.
Do you got an idea of how our show looks, right? Like where the camera angle is? Yeah. Every fucking single day.
What'd he say?
It's a celebration, bitches.
It's a celebration,
bitches. Hey, the camera work that we go through every day, we're like, turn, just a little bit more. Yeah. Just trying to get that in.
And I mean, obviously, like if we owned a studio and it was all like just there every day and it was like controlled conditions, sure, that might be different. But we're just two guys on a shoestring budget that put this together. Yeah. We had a dream. We're making it come true. Cheers. Salute. I love you, man.
Bam,
boom.
Baby, we're
Appreciate
doing
you. Cheers to you guys too. Cheers to you guys too.
Cheers to you, audience. Johnny. Cheers, my guy. Johnny Tsunami.
Johnny boy.
3. The Musketeers are here.
We came in day one and said, "Is it cool if we do a podcast?" And basically in the loft right by your bedroom. And he's never complained once, man. A fucking gentleman and a scholar.
Super lax, super easygoing. There's not enough people in the world like him. Cool fucking guy. Oh my God. 1
out of 2 roommates has no problem with this podcast. What else do we got?
You'll hear the other one day. What? I don't even want to say anything. I'm scared to yell at me.
Yeah, you got scolded.
I did, dude. I'm telling you, man. Watch this episode and I still get yelled at.
There's still one episode she watches.
She like just gives a shot. Okay, so in China, 2 European
China
flu came from. Remember they asked him, they're like, "Why do you call it the China virus?" She's like, "Flu came from China."
Kung flu.
I told her.
I told her.
Was somebody sitting here? Their pussies stink. I told her.
Shane Gillis does this amazing Trump impression. He has this sketch about Trump speed dating. I highly recommend you watch it.
Yeah, he's
going to be a legend,
up and he will be.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's going to be a legend. Watch.
He does a good ass Trump, and it's funny because it's not
because he gets the gestures and everything.
You know what? And I don't care. Like if they're making fun of him or not making fun of him, I could care less as long as it's funny. That's the only criteria I need. And dude, he fucking does it. He pulls it off so good. He has just enough fun where it's like, you know what I mean, and hits the notes right and stuff like that, and it's fun and it's really, dude. That's all it is. That's what I like about it.
And you can tell he's having personally a great time. It's not like a chore for him to do.
Yeah, he pointed this out. Like him and all his boys just got together, shot some sketch. Well, I can't wait till we do that.
It's the best. Oh my God, we're gonna do that, by the way, in the future. You'll see. We got big plans. We're not going anywhere.
No, God, no. This is just the beginning. It's fucking episode what? Are we on 15 or 16?
What is it? I think this is 15.
Yeah.
Is it 15?
16.
16.
16.
We're about to break into the 20s, bro.
I know. We're gonna hit 2s.
Mic cheers.
Yeah, come here, man. Bing.
Gay.
All right, so two YouTubers from London. These guys are called the duo of Josh and Archie. Flew a gigantic all-white balloon over the Chinese embassy.
Are you being serious?
Dead serious. These guys are fucking great.
I love these guys already.
They just flew a gigantic white balloon over, and they accused China of espionage. And it's true, because it's like, first of all, you don't believe shit that China says. I'm sorry, listen, and I like Russia too, but anything that comes out of China or Russia's mouth, you don't fucking believe. I mean, you just don't. If you've lived in this world at all, you just don't. China's like, oh no, yeah, no, it's nothing. Yeah, you just turn your head. There you go. It's nothing. Dude, they're so full of shit. Why are they so sneaky, bro? Sneaky little Chinaman. It's weird, dude. Why are they so sneaky? Sneaky. Ancient Chinese secret.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Secret.
Oh, ridge hand.
Yeah. Oh.
I come back with the ridge hand.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You have hidden or you have temple. Yeah. We have hidden temple.
Is this unacceptable? This portion of the show?
Fuck no. I already said it. Listen. You don't like us anymore. You fucking know with the button. You can hit it, man.
This is what happens when you drink on camera.
Yeah.
So what happened though? So they fly this fucking balloon over.
So they fly this balloon over, and the Chinese people are like, oh!
Oh my god!
They're like, oh! Some guy jumped up. Some guy jumped up in the air, karate chopped it down.
They start doing Squid Games.
It's Korea, but no big deal.
Is it Korea? 6 of one.
Yeah, man.
Half dozen of the other.
I don't know about Korea, but they got a lot of soul.
That's hilarious.
Nah, man, but yeah, you know what? I like shit like that. I like that guys are willing to go out and fucking mess up like the status quo. You know what I mean? What do you think China was thinking about when they saw that big old?
We gotta stop,
chilling?
Dude. I think. Hopefully they laughed. We gotta stop taking everything so serious. We have to relax. It's enough already. These guys are heroes.
Yeah, we're heading into a war.
What are we heading into?
A war. We're due for a war, right?
Fine.
Is it gonna happen?
I'd rather fight a war than go to work every day. I'll be honest with you. Like, this shit drones on for all of eternity. Like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want to do this shit forever, huh? What's up?
At least we'll get 3 squares over there.
Exactly.
Dude, 3 squares, man. 3 squares.
Have you seen The Last of Us? I want to live like The Last of Us, like some like post-apocalyptic world where like on the barter system with like
barter system.
like I like have like a handful of these cats and I'm like, let me get that coat. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, rabbit pelts. You bringing skins. You fucking selling this
over your shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, you got a car battery. Take these beaver belts or beaver pelts. I'm trying to get to Wyoming.
I want the Coke with the real sugar.
Beaver belts. Yes. Just gigantic teepees instead of like high rises. It's just gigantic teepees. We're just living like straight like Native Americans.
I also think we should go back to muskets. Like, let's make it interesting at the very least.
Yeah. Well, honestly, man,
I'm like, you're gonna be so sorry when I fucking you're gonna really regret what you've just done to me.
You better run now, motherfucker. You got at least 45 seconds to get out of here. But
Eminem's like, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance.
You're entering a world of pain in about 5 minutes here, buddy. You better get going.
Start bayonet fighting. Yeah. You have to get like footwork.
I hope you like weird lead balls in your fucking chest, cocksucker. She's hella rude about it.
This is the wildest episode ever. This is more wild than the mushrooms episode, by
dude.
the way.
Oh my god, yeah. No, you know what? Right when he said it, though, he knows. I've been through so much fucking stress lately. When you said beer, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's cut loose.
Sometimes you just gotta have fun, man. You can't take things too serious. We really care, and we put on a great show every single time. We always will. But sometimes you're going to do this shit. Like, we're just going to drink.
Yeah, but I don't want to, you know what?
This is the truth of us.
The cut loose ones are the best because it's like sometimes I'm looking at that camera and I'm mad. It's like I'm watching it. And I'm going, you know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck, dude, I need to chill, dude.
This isn't a fucking rally.
Motherfucker! You know? Yeah, I don't know. I look like Derek Vineyard, just going off on everybody.
There's just veins.
Yeah. Nah, I don't want to do it. You know what? There's plenty of shows like that you can watch on YouTube. Believe me, I like to get angry too. I like to go on fucking, hear Ben Shapiro talk about how stupid, transgender thought is and, lesbian dance theory and shit.
I'm gonna let me do a Ben Shapiro thumbnail for you.
Yeah, why is it every...
Now, let me do another Ben Shapiro thumbnail.
Do one for Tuesday.
I'm like...
Do it, yeah. And Wednesday? And Thursday. He doesn't do anything else, dude. It's just
like,
Ben.
Have you ever smiled a day in your fucking life, man? Have you ever smiled? And I like you, Ben. I'm a big fan, Ben. I know we're not clout chasing. I'm not just calling you out to get famous, whatever. Yeah. We created this show because we were tired of seeing this shit all the time. We created a show where it's like, can we get a vacation from all this? God almighty. Can you not be miserable for 5 minutes? All of you guys. Jesus. Fox, CNN, politicians. Doesn't matter. Dude, do you know what? Remember when people were cool? We were talking about this, like what the definition of cool is. Cool is like being passive and letting shit go and not making a big deal out of things. Yeah. Remember that shit? Oh my God, man. Just fucking relax. Have a goddamn beer. On me.
You know what I saw the first time that I saw something like really
This
cool?
is very aggressive.
Do you remember Daria? The members of the show?
Yeah,
Daria?
man.
It was like a spinoff from Beavis and Butthead. I remember, like, I saw this guy on that show that I kind of like wanted to be like his attitude. And like, he's walking, he's like, yeah, man. He's kind of like, what's his name? Like, that'd be cooler if you did. Like Matthew McConaughey. It's kind of like him, right? But he gets on there, right? And he's like walking through and he's introducing himself to everybody. And he meets the black guy on Daria. And he's like, how you doing, man? What's your name? And he's like, Michael Jordan. He's like, your name's Michael Jordan? And the black guy's, yeah. He's like, my dad saw Game 6 and named me after that. And he walks away. He's like, it's cool, man. Don't let your dad go watch any Whoopi Goldberg movies. I thought that was so cool, dude. It's just so like chill.
Yeah, he was chill.
Yeah,
this whole culture of just tight assholes and nobody having a good time.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. Come have fun with us. Fuck all these other shows. Come have fun with us.
Motley
like and subscribe.
Crew. Motley Crue.
Motley Lou?
Motley Lou. Yeah, Lugal.
Lugal.
Where everybody was music used to be where everybody was having a good time. They talked about this. The wrestler said it. He said 80s was all about having a good time. He said, and then Kurt Cobain came in and it was cool to be pissed off and miserable and boom, that's it.
Which I'm not going to shit on Kurt Cobain because he's one of my all-time favorites, but I'm just saying the whole culture doesn't need to be based around misery.
You know what? Something tells me that
something's always wrong.
Something tells me Kurt Cobain wasn't even that depressed.
I don't know. I don't know.
What gives you that idea?
Not the forensics. That didn't tell you that. Jesus H.
I don't know. Why don't we get a good look at his brain? It's right up there.
Ew, Jesus.
Jesus. How is that?
Christ. What else we got, Billy?
All right. Let's check the docket, Nick. Fuck it. Let's check the docket. Is that the new segment? Fuck it. Let's check the docket.
The docket, man. It's
all right.
My favorite words.
So...
until this show, I never got a chance to use it.
East Palestine, and they don't want to call it Palestine because obviously you don't want the big mix up. But East Palestine in Ohio, there was a train derailment, and it's the people around there are dealing with. Yeah, what are they doing out there? There's got to be something weird. There's got to be some government horrible conspiracy. I'm sorry, but it just sounds like it. Why is there chemicals burning in this little small town and they're saying it's no big deal?
That's why I think that there's something fishy about it. Is that why try to cover that up at all?
Yeah,
they arrested one of the news guys or whatever, like one of the reporters. They arrested him for telling the truth. Like, why the fuck are you trying to conceal this? Stop trying to control everything, for the love of God. Stop trying to control everything and lie to us and miss and spin and twist the truth. It just, we're exhausted with this shit. We're fucking tired of it.
Dude,
it's enough.
Yeah. Could you imagine walking out your front door and this acidic fucking chemical comes burning into you and your kid's lungs, and you look up and you haven't seen the sun in like 2 weeks because it's just a pitch black sky because chemicals burning over your little town. And then somebody from like the EPA or somebody from the government comes over to you and goes, don't worry, there's nothing to worry about. And you're like, yeah, but like, but
there is.
Yeah, the dog's dead.
But there is.
The fish in the pond, nobody's fishing right now because all the fish are dead, right? This used to be like a fishing town, right? Everybody's coughing. There's people collapsing. I think something's wrong. I think something might be a little wrong.
No,
Something's
calm
off.
down. Go back in your house.
Bye
Go
bye.
back inside.
Hold the baby.
It's a pandemic.
Yeah. But they'll put you inside for some bullshit cough.
Are we
But,
done with this
yeah.
yet? Are we done with all this shit yet? Are we done? Jesus Christ. Can we get back to living regular life? These lunatics are running the asylum.
Yeah.
That's what's happening at this point in time. The crazies are running the asylum. Enough is enough.
It's insane.
If I had the kind of money that I wish that I had, I wouldn't live here anymore.
Yeah.
These are like children, man. These are the elites, the people that run our country, the adults of this civilization, of this world. They're like children.
Well,
it never ends.
well,
Just lie, cheat, steal, spin, controversy, fight, scream, division, not unity. It's enough already. Jesus.
Right now, a 13-year-old could walk into a doctor's office, say she feels a certain way, have her titties cut off for the, obviously that's no going back, slice her titties off, start taking hormone blockers that are completely and utterly going to fuck her up psychologically and everything else that it causes, right?
Can't smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, can't smoke a cigarette. They're going to tell you that's healthy. But they're going to tell you that humongous cloud over Ohio, that's just having people dropping like flies.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. That's just nothing
healthy.
to worry about.
This is not a problem. Those protests are peaceful.
Exactly.
There's like bottles
Firing,
smashing
but
into
mostly peaceful.
into the reporter's face. A bottle just shatters and like it's mostly peaceful.
CNN,
except for where it's not.
they were walking by. The protesters were walking. The protesters,
Remember
the
when the
rioters.
church was on fire
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
background?
yeah.
Literally there was an on fire building in the background while they were saying that it was peaceful.
Fiery, but mostly peaceful.
I can't wrap my mind around this.
Now, but the best was they were walking by CNN and they were rioting down the street, and CNN, some of the people that work there, like the workers, they were going outside and they're going, yeah, like trying to like support them. They start throwing bottles, rocks, and Molotov cocktails up there. Security had to air out the whole place and bring them out the back, or they were going to go in there and murder them. Oh my God. I mean, what would you call that, Nick? Poetic justice? Like, is there anything more like better than like seeing these like fuckers reap what they sow?
But the Capitol riots, Jesus
Dude, they
Christ.
held on to January 6th, literally like the crabs. It's insane. Nothing happened at the January 6th. Yeah, nothing.
Free Andrew Tate.
Top G.
I'm just gonna interject with that whenever
Right now, he wants a bottle of water.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah, he wants a bottle of water, a cigar. He wants to do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
You know what?
And he should, because he's a free man. He should.
You want to hear a moment of honesty? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I feel upset that he's being done dirty and that it is an injustice and this needs to stop, and that's why I'm calling it out. But I will tell you this, is that what he's doing is a great thing, and there's going to come a day where hopefully I get persecuted in the same way and I serve my time just like that fucking man and serve as an example. I'm borderline jealous of him. He's doing something great in this world. I want to do something great in this world. I'm going to do something great in this world. And you know what? You're going to make it, Andrew. You're going to make it. You're not going to end this. Dude, I promise you, man. The God's on your side, just like you said. I believe the same thing. You're going to be fine, man. You're doing a great thing. And the history books will write about you for the rest of the time. Good for you.
Just like
Good for you.
Just like
Good
Nelson
for you.
Mandela.
But I
just
will
like all those
support you
guys,
and I will
yeah.
fight against it because I know that it's wrong and I know it's insidious. I know it's evil, but it's also building your personal legacy. You're the fucking man right now. Socrates, baby, all day.
You know what I worry about though? I worry
my
about
sign off.
like the guys in there that might be like picking on him and stuff.
I'm telling you, this shit was
Fucking
yeah,
kickboxer. Just
4-time
murder-
world champion
just
kickboxer.
murder
yeah.
everybody. In
Again,
there.
Rorschach, you're locked in here with me.
Oh god, I just fucking love that movie so much, dude.
No, he should be honored to go through this.
Do you know who played Rorschach?
No,
Do you remember Kelly?
some ginger cunt.
Do you remember? Yep, but do you know who that ginger cunt was?
No.
Do you remember Kelly Leak from the original Bad News Bears?
No,
Walter Matthau. You never seen the Bad News Bears?
I don't think so.
Oh, you're killing me, dude. Well, it was that kid. It was
I'm
Kelly
sorry,
Leak.
you never seen Wedding Crashers.
No, he's only giving me shit for this.
Never seen Wedding Crashers.
Mine was in 71.
He is a comedy genius
Yeah.
who has never seen Wedding Crashers
That is
and
bad.
won't watch it. He won't watch it.
Now I regret even bringing this up.
Yeah. Shut the
I
fuck
should
up.
watch it. Shut the fuck up, dude. And I gotta sit here all weird. I go, yeah.
I'm just gonna lean in. I'm gonna lean in. Just do that.
My dad used to, if I would get like do shit in public, my dad would like dig his like fingers into my side, and he would just.
He bites your cheek. He's like,
Nah, and if I wanted to piss him off a little more, I go, ow, like I would like throw my arm down, and go, ow.
now you can get him arrested and thrown in jail for the rest of his life.
Oh no, that's
child abuse.
Back then, when I do the ow, He goes, "Hey, motherfucker," and he would get in my face, and there'd be some people walking around like applauding and shit like that because he was a good parent. You know what I mean? Now that's
The
it.
good old
In
days.
his life around his fucking, can't work anymore. He's put online. He's fucking horrible and shit like that. It's insane, dude. It's fucking weird. The nuts are running the asylum, and the kids are running your homes. It's insane.
Yeah, you guys are
crazy.
bending the knee to children.
Well, that's why, dude.
I'm sorry.
Teachers
I'm sorry.
are
I used to get my
terrified.
ass whipped. I had no rights or authority when I was a kid, and that's the way it's supposed to be because you're supposed to love kids and cherish them, but they don't know shit.
Yeah.
Why are you listening to them? What are you doing?
If you're not going to teach your kid right, don't have them.
Oh my
Seriously,
God.
why are you wasting time? But
What
and
would
that's
Mickey Rat do?
Yeah.
What would Mickey Rat do?
And what would slimy ice cream fucking rat do? Rat? Still gonna call him it.
He's still a rat. What else we got, Billy?
I don't have shit.
Is that it? Did we exhaust our entire show prep?
Yeah, man, we're drunk, so we're just kind of like fucking fuck him, and then just like leaning back.
I don't know why I ever even married
this
you.
fucking motherfucker! You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. It's funny. I'm quoting Running Crashers, and I ain't even fucking seen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you don't want him? He don't want him? I'll take him. Maybe throw a couple to us.
The miles.
It's good. Yeah,
The
dude.
flyer
It really,
miles.
dude, I'm telling you right now, he showed me this like 3 times.
It's
It really
fucking-
was.
Come
fucking
on.
funny.
Wedding
from what I
Crashers is
saw.
one of the best comedies ever made. Who disagrees? Put it in the
I
comments.
put it on one
Bow.
night. And I swear to God, it was where we were working. We got off of work. I was fucking tired and I knocked out. There's no excuse. I get it. I completely understand.
I don't want to hear your shit.
I know.
You
It's
know
cunt
what?
shit.
We do have one more story here. We have the banned German Ninja Turtles commercial.
Oh, we fucking forgot about that. We
All right.
sure did.
All right, because this episode is pretty wild and it's just all over the place. We're
Yes.
going to show you one last thing. There's a commercial that was made in Germany, and most people know about Germany, like as far as like their porn industry goes.
Dude,
wild.
exactly. If you've ever watched German porn,
Yeah.
then nothing
So,
surprises you.
This was a commercial for pickles, and it got banned. And we're going to show it to you. Then after that, we're just going to be drunk and bullshit for a minute, and then we'll end the show. But
Boom.
all right, so check this out. It's pretty entertaining.
He showed me this right before the show, and I watched a camel eat a guy's head, so I was kind of like in the mood for something like a little lighter. He shows me this. It was so fucking funny, dude. Watch this. And it makes so much sense.
I happened upon it.
Yeah.
I didn't look for it.
Did you happen upon the criminal the sketch? Did you happen upon that as well?
No, I saw that years ago, and then it popped in my feed, and I remembered it. So I was like,
funny.
I remembered loving that. This one I've never seen before.
Okay.
Oh, I also got another one where like it's a car commercial where a cat. Did I show you the moonroof cat commercial?
No. Oh, you did. You did. You
All right.
sure as shit
I won't
did.
ruin it. But
Okay.
I'll show you. All right, check this out.
I know this is starting like a German porn. Oh. Raphael. Bam. Bam. It's funny because it's what his cock would look like. Oh, that is too good, dude.
Be honest. Doesn't that make you want to go out and buy some
I
pickles?
swear to Chris, I was just about to say the same thing. I would buy that brand right now.
There's a more tolerable sound level. He does a karate towel grab.
Dude, let me ask you a question. That's a good ass Raphael. Was that like from the newer ones or what?
What I want to know more than anything else is where did these writers end up? Because clearly they weren't supposed to be making actual commercials. Like
Fucking no.
they should be on SNL.
Yeah,
God, that's funny.
it is. It's genius.
It's ridiculous.
You know what? You know how you showed me the cat
I
one?
hope you enjoyed that.
That was wonderful. You know how you showed me the cat one? Did you ever see the one where the guy like went to pick his date up and like he lets her in the car and he's like going around to like open up his door and she blows a big ass fart and he gets in and he goes, "Oh, my friend's Dana. This is Carrie and this is Dana." And she turns around and they're in the car and he's like, and you ever see that?
I don't think so.
You gotta watch.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Commercials
That's
are,
hilarious.
dude. That's another thing that kind of. Well, I mean, I guess I don't watch enough regular TV. Right?
Guys, before I forget, in the comments, all right, Obviously, like and subscribe, blah, blah, yada, yada. In the comments, we're going to keep doing this movie poster shit all day. We have an endless amount of ideas that we have, but if you want to see something specifically, throw it in the comments. I will slap it together. Even if we don't use it that episode, we'll use it at some point, or I'll just put it out on Twitter or like Facebook so you can see it.
Yes.
If you have an idea for it, throw it in the comments, and I will personally hand make it for you.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to go one step further. If you want to see yourself in one of these, send me a picture of you with the same face as whatever thumbnail you want to see in whatever movie poster, and I will create it for you, and I will send it to your email, or I'll just post it up on Facebook and you can like copy paste it.
Yeah. And ladies, if you do, like, if you are a fan of the show, if you can, send us
nude pics
through Instagram.
I'm kidding. Is that where you're going?
Yeah, send us a description of yourself with only using one picture of your titties.
Oh my god! Give him another beer. So, I need to use the restroom, but I actually want to talk for another 1 or 2 minutes. So, Johnny,
I got you,
Johnny. I think he passed out.
Here, I got it. You got to take a piss?
Are you sure?
Yeah, back on.
I was going to bring in our other co-host now.
Johnny Tsunami, man.
I think Johnny's dead. Johnny, are you dead? No answer, folks. I'm going to go check on him. I'll be right back.
Okay.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, Turkish. You said 2 minutes 5 minutes ago.
Having a good time.
The Billy Show.
What?
No. Yeah, we decided to drink on this one, man. I wish I was doing something and I could share this with you guys, you know, this intimate moment that we don't usually get to do. I like the Step Brothers thing. We're thinking about doing Dumb and Dumber next, maybe like, you got to think of the comedy duo type deal, you know, like, it doesn't have to be comedy neither, but like Weekend at Bernie's. If there's 3 of us, I could be like the big blonde guy. He could be the other one. Night at the Roxbury, you know, just like a couple off the top of my head, but that's something that we think about. So honestly, come up with ideas, come up with really, really good ideas, put it in the comments section. He'll put it together. That fucker is a whiz with the computer. It's like ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous. He acts like, oh yeah, no, I don't know too much. And then he starts changing the levels and the structure of shit. He's just good with electronics. I honestly, I couldn't tell you the fucking first thing. I could like set the microwave clock and shit like that, but that's about it, you know? I guess you gotta be computer savvy these days. That's a quality that just people begin to learn. That's all I know, man. My kid's real good with electronics. I think that's something that everybody just does now, right?
I'm back.
Hey!
I can't die. I'm going to live for 1,000 years.
Can I go pee? Are we still talking?
Go pee, man. If you want to go pee, go pee. I'll talk for a little bit.
You know, it's funny. We never drank on episodes. So
no, I didn't expect that it would hit this hard.
God, yeah,
and I'm not going to pause it. So, like, one of the main things, go do your thing.
Okay.
One of the main things about this show is that we kind of want to show everything, including our mistakes and our mishaps and all that. So if you actually watch our earlier episodes, you could see, like, where the camera fucks up or the editing is bad, and I'll like throw in like a clip of like, we'll be right back or whatever. And you can just kind of see like the whole journey as it goes. I mean, hopefully that's charming. We just kind of wanted to show people like what it really is. If I ever do clip or edit something at all, it's because it's absolutely necessary. Like, I know it will be like bad for the show or just won't be entertaining or interesting to you guys. But in general, we kind of want to let it all hang out more or less. And that's what we're going to do over time. So like I said before, we wanted to make a show that we wanted to see ourselves. And I think that the problem with society in general is that everyone's trying to like fit into some kind of demographic or like be put in a box of some kind. And I don't like labels. We're just 2 guys that are just hanging out and having a good time. And you're allowed to do that. You don't have to constantly be in your head with a checkpoint with everything you want to say or everything that you feel or every thought that you have or any kind of point of view. You have to edit it and like be careful because it's going to offend somebody. We got to stop with this shit, man. It's childish. People are too sensitive. It's time to just let it go and just have a good time again and just kind of like get back to just being people. You know what I mean? It's not so bad. It's not so bad, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try to help the people around us that are less fortunate. Let's stop fighting amongst ourselves and yelling and screaming and all that shit and just have some fun. I mean, what's really wrong? What's wrong? You wake up, everything's good. Look around. We live like kings in this country. You know what I mean? What are you mad at? Is there really racism everywhere? Is everyone really shouting at each other all the time, beating the shit out of each other? I mean, not outside of just watching the news and like them spooling the anger that we have towards each other. Outside of that, it doesn't come from us. I think we're doing all right. I think, and this is a hot take, I think we're okay. I think we're doing all right. If we just let shit go and just relax and just have a good time, open a beer, más cerveza, we'll have fun. Welcome back, Billiam. Billiam makes his way to the stage. Do you need a bottle opener, or is your beer in fact open?
No, it's open. Wouldn't it be funny if I like fell through the TV? Like just
like Peter Griffin.
Yeah, shattering everything in sight.
He just pisses and falls over.
No, I pissed. That was the whole point.
I was just lecturing people on just relaxing and having a good time.
No, you know,
and how like nothing's really that serious, and this whole culture of like, and then he said an outrage, and this triggers, and then woken, and what about my kids?
No.
Look, have kids, love them, teach them, parent them, teach them what you want them to know. Stop fucking relying on the rest of the world to do your work for you, and let's just relax. Just relax.
Or let's not have kids and let the population ease
no
up
more
a little
kids.
Bit. Yeah.
No more children.
I bet you eventually they're going to put a restriction on shit. You know what I mean? There's got to be some type of population. Jesus fucking Christ. There's got to be some type of population issue eventually, right?
You think so?
Yeah, man. Wasn't it 3 billion people in the world just like 20 years ago? And now it's like 8, you know?
I think
we just surpassed 8 billion, which is fucking insane.
Is it really 8 billion?
It's 8 billion people.
Good Lord. I did not know that.
That's a lot of fucking people, dude.
But also, I think that Elon Musk
years.
made a good point. If I'm not mistaken, it was him. And I'm not his biggest fan, but when he's right, he's right.
Yeah.
He was like, it only seems like overpopulation because the higher concentration of people are in specific areas.
New York
and cities.
and California.
He
and
goes,
then you
but
fly
if
over
in reality,
nothing,
yeah, he's like, if you actually fly across the world, like most of it is just unused, completely uninhabited land. That actually makes a lot of sense to me. Makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. It's like there's that hippie side of me that's like there's too many people. But we're talking about the great George Carlin.
Is Johnny dead?
I walked by his room. The light was on underneath it, but he didn't say anything.
I don't know if that's a good sign or. I feel like dead people don't turn the lights off first. He might be.
Yeah, no, nobody does that, right?
No.
You know that for when they Jesus fucking Christ. You know when they're about to execute somebody and they're giving them lethal injection? Do you know that they swab your arm with alcohol?
How polite.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Like, would you really be worried about any type of like infection?
Do they really?
They sure do.
I don't want to get air.
Yeah.
He's fucking died before he can finish saying AIDS.
Whoa, this is America. I'm sorry. I thought this was America. You can't get some clean needles. I'm tired. What's that taste?
My last meal.
I want that. You know what? That's on my bucket list. I want to watch an execution, like be in the viewing room for an execution.
I have seen many on YouTube, and they were beheadings, but I've seen them.
Well, wait.
I don't want to watch anymore.
Not YouTube.
They bothered me.
No. I want to be in real life. Some fucking
like
serial rapist, murderer, whatever. No, not like
the Green Mile.
Maybe like a family member, because you know obviously you're usually gonna have to have a tragedy to go to one of those. But maybe like a family member, and like you know it wasn't that close, but they got the invite, and they're like, "Hey man, like be my +1, like you know come with me. We're gonna watch this guy who like murdered my Aunt Dorothy or something like that." And you're like, "All right, fuck it, why not?" Yeah, and you go in there and you see. Wouldn't that be kind of fucking dope?
I'll go with you.
Hey, you'll be my +1.
I'll go with you.
All right.
And then at what point, like when they're like approaching for like the fucking, you know, the needle and all that,
Yeah.
we're like,
no,
or like your kid's got cotton candy.
Yeah.
It's like a festival.
Or I knock on the window, like
push that plunger.
Yeah. Like I knock on the window like 5 seconds before, and I go, "He's innocent. They found evidence. He's innocent." And he's like stopping, and I'm like, "No, I'm just fucking joking." Like Doug Stanhope. Yeah.
Mom, they found the cure.
That'd be too funny, dude. That'd be too fucking funny, man. Oh, that'd be so good. And he's just like sitting like fighting for his life to look back. Is that cyanide just drifting through his fucking veins?
I'm gonna defend us. As cruel and as insensitive as I'm gonna get lower and lower. As cruel as and as insensitive as all that sounds. There was a period in history, which was most of history, by the way, where like public
bloody
executions were like a family event. Like the whole town would show up and watch someone get fucking hanged or flogged or like whatever, canged. cane. They got caned a lot, right?
It was the
Wasn't there public
1800s Wild West, and yes,
Yeah.
absolutely,
You
a
take your
public
kids.
caning, yeah.
And you'd be like, that's why you don't steal. Like, you would teach them a fucking lesson.
And you know what? They didn't unless they were really down for that shit back then. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fuck yeah, man.
The good old days. That's what I call them. That's what I call them.
Dude, hanging would be fucked up. Watching that person like struggle, and all you could think in your head is
He's
like,
doing that like the dolphin
Well, there was
in midair thing.
there was one guy who had an unusual neck, and this is a true story.
Are you about to tell me lies?
Maybe.
Even though you said it was a true story?
Maybe.
You could just say that and still lie.
Do you remember? Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, this might be a true story. I saw this on one of those like
Discovery
amazing,
Channel.
unbelievable story things where they like show the little like guy, but I guess they tried to execute this guy a couple of times, and something function went wrong, and then this went wrong, and then they let him off.
Well, like he served his sentence. Like we tried.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I think
God wants him alive. Like, just
yeah,
let him out.
I think there's a try 3 set him free rule where like you know what I mean?
three.
Yeah.
It has to rhyme, of course. But why? Why was he picked up in the first place? Like, what was his charge?
Oh, rape.
Are you serious? I was like,
just
Jesus,
I don't
finish
know.
the job.
I don't know. It was one of those historical
If
like
at first you don't succeed,
yeah, you know. Shoot him in the head. Or like, why don't they just do that? Like, why don't they just like make it easy? Like, I guarantee you he's not coming from. And if he does survive through that, he's not going to be the same person as he went in. You know, you know, he's just going to be sitting there like, just this deaf mute. Just,
What if he just gets like a big head about it and he's just like, I'm immortal.
dude,
He just walks around doing it. He's like, try to kill me. They've tried. They can't.
He like stretches real hard and the bullet falls out. He's like, nothing fucking kills me. You're like, damn, dude. All right.
He's just standing in front of a train, just flexing.
as you're sitting there looking at your gun, wondering why you chose a 22 for this one, why you chose a 22 to shoot through that thick skull is, and you're going, God damn, I could have chose any other gun but this gun.
He's the one that derailed the Ohio train.
Murdering all those dogs and fish.
Oh, it's like that scene in Heroes where Claire tries to test her immortality and just jumps off that fucking high point over and over again on camera. Have you ever seen it?
Wait, say it again?
You ever see Heroes?
No.
Well, fuck it then. Whatever.
No, you know what's so funny? I was about to ask you if you ever seen The Ridiculous Six with Adam Sandler, too.
No, I heard that was trash.
We should go over movies we've seen together instead of on camera going, hey, you ever seen that? And then you go, no, you ever seen that? I go,
Authentic.
No.
This is the truth of our relationship.
This is exactly how this would have went if not, you know?
If you're still watching this, congratulations.
Fucking
Like,
right. I
we
don't
should
even know what
raffle
we're
to get to
talking
this
about
point. I don't even
anymore.
know how far in we
yeah,
are.
you're a true believer in what
We're
we're
one
doing.
Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
I'll tell you, let's finish it, man. Let's work on our call. Look, we're trying to work on a send out. Oh, I think we should do that now.
What you want to? Yeah, you think now's a great time?
Now's a great
to
time.
add something new to the show.
Something that's going to be staying with us forever.
We've all just been drunk assholes the entire time.
I was thinking something like this. I was thinking to the ladies and gentlemen, this was the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. We're telling you good night, good luck, and we'll see you next time. Something like that. Is that too much, or is that not enough, or is the saying a little fucked up?
I don't know, man. Say it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Earth. That was the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. We're telling you good night, good luck, and we'll see you next time.
It stinks.
No? All right.
It stinks like shit.
Hey, man, you know me. I'm all right with constructive criticism. But what have you got? You're just like, I don't know. Come up with something to say, and I'll do it. I swear to God, I'll try whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Billy's asshole stretching far and wide. Come fuck me.
I'm trying to think. I got nothing.
What about this? We do the free top G stuff.
Irish
right?
spaghetti.
And every time
Never a Yeti.
and we,
Don't worry about Betty.
don't
We're here
worry
to
about
stay.
Betty and the Letty.
We're always gay.
What if we do the Chevy one? Remember? With the
Kanye,
originals?
yay.
Kanye,
Hates
yeah,
Jews.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like stew.
Yeah. Can I have another brew?
Other
Thank
shows are
you.
poo. Tune in.
So-
Lean in.
So you're just
Never forget. Grab the fin. We're going to take you on a ride. We're going to take you on a swim. What's
Whoa,
up?
Never forget. You're gonna throw 9/11 in there like it's something funny.
How about the freestyle,
yeah,
bro?
Jesus, sir.
This shit is staying in, by the way. We're keeping all this
no,
garbage.
that's not even a question.
If I don't see my subscriber base diminish, there's something wrong with you.
No, so you're thinking about a series of unintelligible rhymes just going at it, just going to town on this.
Listen, do you want me to freestyle again, bro? I'll fucking do it, man.
As long as you throw another 9/11 in there, sure, man. Yeah.
9/11, we make it to heaven.
Yeah.
Our bread is unleavened.
You have to have the beat to the powers. They knock down those 2 towers.
Irish spaghetti
Never
is luckier than
forget.
7.
Yeah. With Irish spaghetti, you got a potato and a tomato. Don't forget a little bit of Al Qaeda. Was that good? Did that work out good? You didn't even think of Al Qaeda, did you?
Why would I? You're just stuck on this 9/11 thing.
I know. Fuck it. It was just kind of freestyle.
We have 911 reasons why you should like and subscribe
It's
to this show.
9:14 right now. That's so funny. It was just 9/11.
Is that funny? Is that hilarious? Is that a
is.
coincidence?
No, that's beautiful.
All right, this is gibberish.
All right, do a sign out for us.
Ladies and
Do a
gentlemen,
freestyle.
this has been episode 15.
I don't know. I say 16.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is either episode 15 or 16 of the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Nicky P, Nicky Pringles. This is Billy G, Billy Gorman.
Ma.
What? We're having a great time.
I said ma. 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 And it wasn't even just that. I lifted my arms twice and went, ma. I don't even know what that was for.
You know what? Fuck it. We're not editing. We're going to keep talking. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? This will never end. You have to turn it off. You have to turn it
Exactly.
off.
Hey, man, I got
Show me the way to go home. Bum, bum, I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago and it went right to my head. Jaws? No? Dun, dun,
Yes.
dun. Come on.
Yes. Say that other line from Jaws.
No matter
it's going to take something
where
to sink
I
her.
roam, on land or sea or foam. Which line?
Say the line where it take 10,000 barrels to sink her. What is that? Say the line that you do.
Which one? Not with 3 barrels.
Yes.
Not with 3 barrels. I love that shit.
Yeah.
That movie is so great,
Yeah.
man.
Everybody
Oh
always
my
goes
God.
to, we're going to need a bigger boat, but that's a better line.
The
That-
3 barrels? Yeah.
We're going to need
Not with 3 barrels, kid.
Yeah, that's too good. That's too good.
One of the greatest movies of all time.
It's so weird that the mayor fucked up twice. Like
My kids were on that beach.
yeah. And,
And then the next movie,
again?
and he's dead right in the first one, and then the very next time, he still doesn't believe him.
Dude,
He's
what
like-
the fuck? Why would you not believe him the second time
He's a
around?
piece of shit, man. The mayor's a douche.
Yeah, but they couldn't write anything a little bit more clever. Maybe the mayor stepped down, but he's like still around. Even if they wanted that actor there, even if they wanted him.
Do you know that the gentleman that played Quint, who is my favorite character in the entire movie, by the way, was so hammered every single day. He was like a raging alcoholic in real life that like they had to shoot like a bunch of material. They can only use like a certain amount of it. Like he could barely fucking talk when he would come on set.
like,
And
"We're gonna
still,
need a bigger boat."
like
It's
when
like
you see
Gary
him
all over
drunk
him.
on the boat, he's drunk. He is hammered, shit faced.
Is he drinking? What do you call it?
Toilet wine,
No,
probably.
but no, he's probably drinking rum.
Why?
Oh, and a bottle of rum because that's
Because,
what pirates.
why?
because
Because
that's,
there's shanties
yeah,
that are
'cause that's what
dedicated to rum.
Seamen drink.
Semen. Sorry.
Oh God, that's too funny.
This is my rum. It's just beer, but
Oh,
whatever.
ho, and a bottle of rum.
Shy.
Yeah.
All right, we should actually really end this. This can go on for an eternity.
Jesus Christ, we really would. All right. I'm
You know
gonna-
what? No, fuck it. We keep going. We
Okay.
keep going.
Okay, wait. Let me try one.
This
more.
will never end. This is the show that never ends.
This is the 24-hour show.
It just goes on and on, my friends.
On and on. I think this might be our long. No, we had the first episode was like 2.5 hours.
It was an hour, I think, in 45 minutes or
the
whatever.
first episode was almost 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
I feel like but we talked a lot and a lot got cut. Remember?
Yeah.
We did like a 2.5 hour show. We were just like going to town, like whatever we could think of and stuff like that. You had like all these thoughts and stuff, and then you just like blow your load in the first episode, and then like
blow your load.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of at this point, at this ridiculous point of the episode, is me and my brother were talking a long time ago when The Matrix 2 came out. So in The Matrix 1, they talk about how like it mirrors the real world and people have to believe that they're in the real world. Otherwise the Matrix gets compromised and they snap out of it and it doesn't work, right? Remember,
Yeah,
they reject the
absolutely.
entire program.
Yeah.
So then in The Matrix 2, you got guys like leaping like 40 feet in the air, like crushing cars and then leaping again and then fighting in fucking midair and shit like this in front of God and everybody. And like no one gave a fuck and it didn't disrupt the Matrix.
Yeah.
And our joke was always like they had no regard for the viewer. Like they just like nerded out and just like did exactly what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And they didn't give a fuck about like the constitution of the plot line of the story. And they had no regard for the viewer. That's exactly where we're at right now. Like this is just self-indulgent, no regard for the viewer horseshit that we're doing dying right now.
I'm literally Neo jumping on your sedan, not giving a fuck.
And no one snaps out of the Matrix somehow.
There's gonna be Lawrence Fishburne cruising through the air with
Getting fatter with every fucking
why, dude? Why
piece of altitude.
Dude.
He gets fatter by the movie. I fucking like
But
him,
only
by the way,
his
but
head.
Jesus, he
I
just
love
bloats, bro.
him. Yeah.
It's like, you remember cartoons where you like put your thumb in your mouth and you go, and they get like, he does that like in between every fucking movie. It's ridiculous.
He has a horrible relationship with his daughter.
Lawrence Puffer Fishburne.
He has a horrible relationship with his daughter.
Are you being serious?
I'm being dead serious. So
You're just bringing that up just like to make it dark.
Yeah, super dark. Here, listen, check this out.
He said it twice. He made sure that it got it.
I want to get this off her chest. When I say get this off her chest, you'll understand why I said that too. All right, because she had to get stuff off of her chest. Yeah. So Lawrence Fishburne was like a really like hardcore, like in his movies, he's like a tough man. He's like very hard. You know, he's always like the tough guy in the room and stuff like that. Well, his daughter said he was exactly like that at the house. Like he'd always try to, be one up her on everything.
Do
and
karate on her.
Like you need to shut the
to
fuck
challenge
up
her
and
with
listen to me.
kung fu.
Yeah. So at age 18, she went out and did a bunch of pornos, and it broke his heart.
Did it really? Are you being serious? Is this a real story?
True story.
Jesus.
And he fucking hated her after that.
Oh
So
my
now
God.
they hate each other. And dude, porn, like, God, remember we were talking to Johnny about this? Porn is like one of those things. It's like, you do it, and you better be ready for what comes with it, because there's always going to be this stigma. It better be something that you don't attach your number one, don't attach your real name to it. Number two, if you do it, be super experimental, maybe not put your face in it, something
starring
like that.
your actual name.
Exactly.
Starring Nicholas DeLisa.
Now we cracked up because there was this chick that started working with us. Her name was Holly Taylor, and somebody Googled her to get her Facebook, and it was like Holly Taylor XXX, and she's just fucking and sucking. And like,
are you serious?
dude? I'm like sitting there. This chick,
that Ninja Turtle is there.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'd be in,
I'd
be in section 3, and I'd look over, and I would just like look at her, and she's over there serving people. And I'm like, I just watched that girl blow like 2 guys like back to back. Like,
now she's handing out burgers.
Yes, sweetheart, wash your hands, please. I saw what you did.
She's used to handing out her burger. I'm sorry.
She dressed up like a nun.
Bum, 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 bum.
She dressed up like a nun, threw her head back,
bombed.
and some guy throated her off on the side of the bed.
Is that what it's called? Throating?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
I'm not in the industry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, this is
your porn principles.
We're stretching this out like that server. Like it's just
we don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Just stretching it out, bro.
Well, you know what? Honestly, we said we wanted an episode with no rules, and I think this was the one. Mm-hmm. We'll come back. We'll come back next time, and we'll do all the right things.
I think it's pretty apparent that we're sufficiently drunk at this point in time.
Yeah, no, we needed that though.
Yeah,
you don't know like what we set up for these shows. It's so fun. I know it's like boo-hoo. It's so much work, man.
Also, don't judge us on this episode alone. Like we've had a great time tonight, and I've had a really. I think this is a lot of fun. But yeah, we actually plan on doing this because we hit a milestone, and we want to just kind of cut loose and see what happens. If they do watch this episode, it's literally just us drinking and talking. It's nonsense, dude. And I'm having a great time, man. I'm having a great time. And I say, you take the keys then. I dig your locker. Hey, Rock, I dig your locker. We started off. You know what? I'm going to keep it going. Let's just keep it going. Even this is going to be a 2-hour episode. Yeah. This is it. We still got beer left. What did we start off with, though? We started off with y'all want to see what happens when we get blacked out? Oh, my. No. Yeah, I get sick. No, there was a normal. Yeah. I get sick. It's good for the camera. No, but there was a good 1 hour. It's not like there was a 1 hour. It's like oh, my God, chemical imbalance. I'm going to fucking die. Give me an IV sick. And I know that sucks. Fuck this fucking fairy over here. I know. It's fucking Nancy. It's stupid gay that I still have to say this all this fucking time. It should be stepsisters. Stepsister. Who are you, my stepsister? My buddy that passed away. Have you ever seen my buddy that passed away, Cameron, he lost his virginity to his stepsister. Like the parents got married and they weren't together too long. And I remember like him telling us as kids that he fucked her, and then she would like come in the room and stuff like that. And I remember thinking in my head, like, that was like the hottest thing that I ever seen. I'm like, oh my God, dude, like this chick totally fucked him. I know this guy. Like, they're, you know what I mean? And this is like somehow that like got you going. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, dude, this chick really, is like 13, just fucking. That really revved your engine. Sick. I've always been sick, dude. I was a panty sniffer when I was a teen. When was the last time you remember being normal?
I don't think I was ever normal. I think that I remember. I tell him this all the time. I remember as a kid. I think my humor. I always had my humor, and my sense of humor was always good, and I always had like good jokes like that. I remember I'd have like adults like they'd come and sit in the room, and we'd like be talking and bullshit and stuff like that. And I remember my friends would be like, "Get out! Get the fuck out!" Because they'd be sitting in the room like listening, and we'd go back and forth to like adult jokes and stuff like that. But my dad gave me that. My dad gave me that sense of humor. He's never like held me away.
He gave that to you.
Well, he wouldn't like dude. I grew up in bars that he was doing stand up and shit. And you know what I mean?
Oh no shit! I didn't actually know that part. That's a good one. That's natural, baby.
Dave's Comedy Shop, and he robbed David, and that's when we left.
Just launched
Utah.
back into the story. He robbed David.
And then-
Why was he not doing? Was he bombing?
No, my dad was fucking a criminal. So
So
he
was making money and stealing.
So he was making money for doing sets
The
at the
old
club.
double dip.
Yeah, probably not a lot because it was fucking stand up. And then I remember we needed money, we needed funds to get to Las Vegas, and my dad ripped off the tail and left, and that was it.
I think that we should. By the way, I like the idea of like fleeing a town. It sounds exciting and interesting and fun. Did anyone ever catch him? No, of course not. Not back then. Do you remember the times where you can like rob a bank and like drive to the next town and that was it?
Yeah.
And I don't remember them, but like we know of them. We'll put it that way. I wasn't there.
I was watching a video the other day of these people in West Virginia, and they had just passed the drinking and driving law, and the guy's like, "Well, I don't know how
that you can't."
Yeah. And he's like, well, I don't know what he's like, first they take away this, then they take away your, permission to watch TV. And then a lady got on there and she's like, I don't know. Pretty soon we're going to be communist China. And then another guy got on there and he's like, well, hell, he's like, I like to get off work, have me a few beers and then head home. I can't even do that anymore. And the truth is,
I like to have a communist beer myself.
I agreed with every fucking one of them. Is that terrible?
Nobody was wrong.
Is that terrible?
No.
That these fucking people that literally lose their eyesight because they work in mines all day, busting their ass for 15-hour shifts, just murdering themselves.
They find a new level of cancer. It's like stage 7 cancer.
Exactly.
They have like cancer in like a different dimension.
They scratch off some cancer to get some more cancer underneath them because this one's worse.
Their cancer has cancer that has cancer.
Yeah. Like, hey, will you take off this melanoma so you can get to the good stuff? It's like, yeah, man, sure.
I think that we should do this. I think that we should egregiously stretch this episode out to the point to where we can't even perform anymore.
No, man, you're crazy.
No, I am crazy. Yeah, I'm fucking crazy. You're goddamn right I am.
Honestly.
Crazy like a fox.
No, yeah, because I can't.
Crazy like a fox. Bro, you're going to die one day. Let's just have a good time.
I know, we are. I swear.
Whatever.
Haven't we been having a good time?
We're going to keep having a good time.
Okay, how about this?
What?
This? Call it. How about 140?
Yeah, okay.
That's almost 2 hours. It's a fucking 2-hour episode.
I concede to 140.
Yes. Wait, is that good?
That. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. That's 140. Okay. What if I leave? I go, all right, I gotta go, and you're like, okay, and then like I go home and it's
2
posted,
hours.
and it's like
2
3 and a
hours,
half
ladies and gentlemen.
later.
I'm just denying. I'm just lying right to your face and denying you next.
2 hours.
Yeah, it's gonna be at least 2. We have a couple more beers to drink.
No,
you guys don't have to tune in for this. So this is gonna happen though. We're doing this. Yeah, we're doing this shit. We're gonna stretch it out.
All right, we're doing 30 more minutes. You swear?
I don't know, man. I'm just gonna keep drinking.
No, you're crazy.
Yeah, I'm fucking crazy.
Now you're.
Yeah, I'm fucking crazy.
Can't.
You're right. I'm fucking crazy,
No,
bro.
I know.
Like a fox.
I know. I just keep agreeing. I'm like, I know.
2 million views. This is good.
What if we do get 2 million views?
Hold on. Wait, hold on. See it? We see it? Do we see it?
We see it.
We see it.
We see it. Whirlwind that shit, baby. Are you fucking nuts, dude? No way.
Furthermore, I'm going to get another one.
Furthermore, I'm going to get another one.
Yes.
I can't drink like that, man. I don't know. I get fucking grossly sick. I don't know why.
Pussy.
I know.
Pussy.
He came back to say it. He fucking came back to say it, man. I know. I was serious, turd. We're going to have Brittany on the show. She's a total sweetheart. You should meet her. She's a total sweetheart, man. We're going to get some more people on there. Who asked you Did anybody ask today?
Fred. By the way, shout out to Chef Fred, man. It was good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't sound excited. I like that guy.
No. Oh my God.
Do you want another one?
No. Fuck no. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. I'm having trouble finishing this one. I get sick.
One of these things is not like the other. We're doing this.
2 fucking
You're not
hours.
going home, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I got
No.
it.
Or else
You're
what? Or else you'll
crazy.
die?
No, I know.
Or else you'll fucking die? This
I
fucking guy.
know.
This guy lives a scared life.
I do.
He lives a scared life.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you just let me
Yes,
live it?
What time is it? I'll give you what? Was it 1:33? I'll give you, you know what? 2 hours. This is a 2 hour.
That's fair.
You know, the 2 hour episode. The
Okay,
2 hour episode.
that's a good fucking long
Yeah.
episode. dude.
It's ridiculous.
it.
It's it's a fucking movie.
That's a fucking movie.
By the way, I know that this is just absolutely ridiculous and just pointless and fruitless, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta just stretch that shit out.
Yeah, fuck it.
You gotta just blow out the lines and just see what happens. Just play it loose.
Just to
play it
see.
nice.
When did we get fucked up? Did we start slipping? Right
I've been
around
drunk.
40?
I've been drunk for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I was buzzed when
You
we
had
first.
drinks when you started.
I had drinks before. Like,
Yeah.
all right, so this would happen. So today we had a work meeting as when our restaurant reopens again because we're getting like turned into Guy Fieri or some shit like this. And it was at 2:00. So the meeting ended at about 3. It was about an hour long. I started drinking then. I had just a couple beers, nothing crazy. A couple beers, came home, started drinking ever since. So I've been drinking for hours now. And yeah, I'm pretty drunk. I'm
Was
also,
it-
by the way, I'm 5'6", 160 pounds tops, and yeah, I've had like 7 or 8 drinks. If you, I had a couple of shots in between. I had a shot with Johnny. Yeah, I had a shot with Johnny. Whatever. I'm fucking shit faced, and that's what we're doing now.
Oh, I'm 5'9" and 140 pounds, and this shit's going through me.
You're not 140 pounds, bro. It's impossible.
No shit.
It's impossible.
What did you think I was actually trying to sell that? Did you
Uh-huh.
think I was looking at that camera, looking at them just by having eyeballs, looking at the camera saying I'm 140 pounds? Are you fucking kidding me?
Billy Science over here.
Yeah.
If I cut your fucking legs off.
I'm 140 kilograms. I'll just European that shit up, you know?
So yeah, so we're gonna go for 2 hours. I'm gonna get shit faced.
No shit,
Mm-hmm.
man. Here we go. Here goes nothing.
What else can we talk about, buddy?
All right, I'll get us into something. All right, how about this? What is the plans with Guy Fieri's? What the fuck are they doing?
I don't know.
Why did they do all this? It's all the same people. He told me today, I was like, who all came back, who didn't, who
This is
left.
the best.
And he fucking tells me everybody that worked there came back. Everybody. You said only a couple people didn't show, right?
half of us showed, half of us didn't?
You're going to give it half? With all those names on the board? I'm going to say 70% showed.
70%.
Yeah. That's a lot of fucking people, dude.
High 50s.
Fucking job. I hate fucking work. I hate fucking 9 to 5 so much. So much, dude.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe, baby. Fucking now I got a drink. God, that
Cheers me.
fucking
Cheers me.
thing. Come here, man.
We had the magic episode, now we have the drunk episode.
This fucking drunk episode. It don't
This
take
shit's
much
gonna-
for me to get
It's
drunk,
gonna live in
too.
infamy.
Sure is. This,
To
yeah,
live
that
in.
internet shit is forever, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
You know what we should talk about this. What do you want to do for our next movie poster thumbnail?
I'm thinking. Oh, I was talking about that when you left. I was thinking Dumb and Dumber, or the Night at the Roxbury.
Night at the
You like
Roxbury.
that with their two suits when they're like,
Oh my
you know what
God,
I mean? You know what I'm talking
bro.
about? Can you see it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think that would be a good one.
But also, it's like, it's two Will Ferrells, but fuck that. We're
No,
doing
who
it.
cares?
Night
It's
at
the
the
same
Roxbury.
fucking
Cheers.
thing.
Night at the Roxbury, 100%. Boom.
It's the same shit. Yeah, you saw that little pussy sip. I know.
Mm-mm.
I'm fucking terrible right
Yours or mine? Mine are all gangsters.
now. No, mine.
I'm killing this
My
shit.
stomach, literally, I'm gonna vomit. It sucks. I don't know. You gotta understand the chemicals. I'm fucking telling you, it's not a good
I'm gonna
mix.
make him fucking throw up. That's my goal. That's my goal. As long as he keeps the same mic, I don't give a shit what happens. It's
fucking
vomit on this.
vomiting, and you won't let me leave. I was vomiting on myself.
No. Whoever's watching this at this point is fucking is out of their minds.
insane. Yeah. You know what?
We're doing this.
If you're
2 hours.
If you're watching this, fine.
The 2 hour episode.
If you're watching this, that's one thing. If you're listening to this and you're just like, in your house just listening, you're fucking insane.
How about
you're
this?
Fucking insane.
How about this? How about we throw away show prep? We throw away like all the stuff that we do in general. We just talk and we just be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what do you want to talk?
I haven't had show prep in the last fucking. Are you fucking kidding me? I haven't had show prep in 45 minutes. What do you think? Everything I'm pulling this out. I was just studying before we came on. I have nothing to talk about in the last fucking 45 minutes, dude. I think at one point we brought up like fucking cancer and bees and stuff.
I'm Ben Shapiro.
Well, and I told them, do your
They're
best.
gonna ruin the fabric of our society.
No, you did a real good bed. Do the bed. Like really get into it. Do the bed you did the other. He did a fucking insane bed. Do the
Ben
bed.
Shapiro?
Yes.
Which one did I do though?
You
I was
were
probably
like-
mad at the time.
No, you were dude, and it came out great. You said something like
Yeah.
and you said yeah. It was like and I'll tell and I'll tell you what, gang. We're not gonna have. He always says gang, you know. And he's like,
I'll tell you another thing.
yeah. And here's the thing, gang. You can't have this. There's nothing.
Guys, if the liberals really want to make it this way, if they really want to say it like that, we have to be ready for.
That's fucking. That's all of them. That's fucking Tim Pool. That's Ben Shapiro. That's Eric Weinstein. I'm gonna throw him in.
Christ.
I'm just gonna throw him in.
Yeah.
Well, shit,
I'd never seen him do that, but all right. I know he hates Tim
I'm
Pool.
tired of it, man.
No, I know you hate Tim Pool.
Oh my god.
I know you really.
I'm from
don't like Tim Pool.
Rochester, New York. My
Who's
name's Tim
who's
Pool.
from Rochester? Tim?
Yeah. Also, Jon Jones. By the way.
Oh my God! I swear to God, yeah.
Yeah. I have to give it to him, but fuck you, Tim Pool, man.
WATP is from Rochester.
All right,
There's
do
a lot.
you
that
know why?
happens
Do you know
out
why I'm talking so much shit about these guys? Because I actually don't think they truly have our best interests at heart. I think that they're used to getting all kinds of attention off of the political climate.
Yes.
And they're just smug, smarmy cunts. And they're really concerned with their own personal well-being and how successful they are. And they're actually not fighting the good fight, which is why I back Steven Crowder.
Yeah.
And I just think that if this changes and this doesn't exist anymore, their business is to speak about the outrage and the other side's anger and speak for our voice and all this bullshit. But they're really just about themselves. It's not real, man. It's not fucking real.
But
it ain't real.
It's timing. It's
Tim
that-
Pool is not a genius.
Yeah, it's time.
Because
have him
because
talk
he
about
agrees with
anything else.
a handful of things that we agree with. He's a
Yeah.
fucking nerd. He's a fucking nerd with no character and no goddamn hair who wears a beanie every
Trump. Because of the Trump outrage, either the Trump love or the Trump outrage, a lot of these guys
Ben Shapiro
came out at the right time.
Ben Shapiro is a genius who I actually respect his intelligence immensely, but that's not all there is to life.
He wrote a symphony with his viola, and he wrote a book at age 16.
Well, then do that.
yeah.
I'll respect you more for that shit than
Yeah.
Well, the Republicans.
Dude, let me put it this way. I'll say it like this. They're not trying to cure the problem. If the problem stops existing, they go out
They
of
stop
business.
existing.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's not what they're here for, man. That's not what they're here for. They're not here to solve it.
They want you pissed off,
Ugh.
turning up your radio, going, fuck that. Only I could tell you they're
Guys.
not living in the same neighborhood you're living
And
in.
by the way, I'm going to make a promise. Make a promise. A drunk promise to our audience that we will never clickbait you. We will never emotionally manipulate you like,
Never.
guess what so-and-so said, question mark.
Yeah.
Or so-and-so is dead, question mark. And then
Yeah.
you find out at the end of the video, they're not fucking dead at all.
Jim Carrey
Ugh.
fucking dead with like 4
So-and-so
question marks.
crazy,
Yeah.
question mark. No, they're not crazy. I hate this. This is such a desperate ploy attempt to like get views.
You know what?
And to like be successful. Just if your shit is good, people will watch it. And I know that this isn't good. I'm aware of that. But you know what though? The rest is good.
Yeah.
And we'll give you more good shit in the future. It's
know
not
what?
the last thing we'll ever do.
You know, I've just been
We're just having a good
I'm not
time
gonna
for
lie,
once.
You've been talking. I've just been yawning behind you for the past 3 minutes. We've been going off. You know what? You're right though. You know about the hot words that they use. Liberal hive mind is constantly.
Not even liberal, all of them.
It's crushes.
Dude, destroys. Breaking
crushes,
news. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, is it breaking
Annihilates.
news? Oh, it's a fucking tweet? Is that
And
breaking
it is,
news,
dude,
that
and it's
tweet?
never what you think.
Oh my god, it's always disingenuous. I was wrong about ... Like, stop trying to fucking make me, because you're playing on human condition, right? You're playing on like me being curious, and I go,
Yeah.
I just need to know the end of that sentence.
Yeah.
And then you bury it in like the middle or the mid end of the fucking video, so I have to watch the entire thing. Like, dude, if you were good, I would just watch it till the fucking end. You know, Do you know what I've watched the entire thing of? Every George Carlin stand-up.
Yeah.
I've watched them all.
Yeah,
All
never stop.
from beginning to fucking. And by the way, Jim Jeffries has a stand-up out on Netflix. Now I'm gonna watch the entire thing. Watch, because it's good. Stop with your tricks and your bullshit. Boo.
No, but
Boo tricks.
what about the news articles?
Tricks are for kids.
What about the news articles when it tells you to watch the video inside and you click on the news articles and you have to read more and then you have to click the page, stuff like that. And then there's always that one guy in the comment section that will have the video in the comment section or have the answer in the comment section.
Ugh.
And it has the most likes on it. And you're like, thank you, dude. Thank you.
Thank you for saving me fucking
Exactly.
18 minutes of my life.
Because that is
Just
that's
cussing
fucked
drunk
up and
now.
it's shitty and I don't know.
I don't like
how
to be it's
they think
emotional
that's
manipulation.
okay.
It's
Yes.
emotional
How do they
manipulation.
think that's okay to get away with?
Like
That's fucking
one
insane.
of my favorite channels, Meet Kevin, which I actually think he's a very smart guy. Kevin Paffrath, very smart guy, great
he do?
channel. He's a finance guy. He's fucking smart as
Yeah.
shit. I really like him, and he's a salesman. I used to be in sales, so like. When I say I used to be in sales, it isn't like I used to be in sales. I'm trying to sell you. Listen to me. I can teach you how to be in sales. I'm not trying to sell you a course. I understand the tricks of the trade of sales. I read a million books. I used to do it for a living. I know how it works. I understand what it is. Right? It's building rapport. Blah blah blah. There's a method for it.
Yeah.
Right? So he's a great salesman. So Kevin's thing is like. He always has a coupon code that's going to expire tomorrow. So his courses are always like 60% off every day.
I fell for
every
shit
day.
like that. I
Every
followed
day
for
it's
shit
going to
like that.
expire tomorrow
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
fucking rest of time.
And
right?
then in 15
And then
minutes and you
it's
click.
called creating a sense of urgency in sales. You want to create a sense of urgency, like it's act now or never, so people like actually do what you're trying to like make them do, if you will. And that's what it is. It's just fucking irritating after a while. I'm like, you're a smart guy, you're a talented guy. Why do you have to resort to all these tricks? Housing market crisis ? And then you watch a fucking 22-minute video to find out that no, there's not one, or whatever the fuck it is. By the way, there is going to be one, but
And then-
I'm using this. As
and then
an example.
22 minutes later, and then it goes, but there could be.
Dude,
and
that's
you're
what-
like, well,
that's what-
great.
It's annoying. I'm
That's
like, dude,
wonderful.
you desperate
Yeah.
fucking asshole. You're serving yourself, man.
I'll never
we
click
will
on
never
those
do
again.
this.
Yeah.
We're gonna provide entertainment and the truth about what we actually think and feel, and whether people like it or not is up to them. It's
Yeah.
fine, but I'm not gonna fuck with you guys. We're not gonna fuck with you guys. I'm not gonna. Do you know what I do in my thumbnails? I put capital letters like urgent message to X.
He
to get-
works so hard on our thumbnails,
just to get people's
too.
attention. But
Yeah.
but when you actually watch the video, it's exactly what I said it was.
Yeah.
There's no Kansas City shuffle. There's no look
Yeah.
right, I go left. There's no fucking like. There's no bullshit. There's no Indiana Jones like bag of sand,
Yeah.
change it for the fucking
the
artifact.
annexation of Puerto Rico,
Dude.
like Little Giants.
Dude.
You hear you cut
Dude.
that way, right?
Drives me nuts.
No,
man.
but when he does do the thumbnails,
15
what's
minutes,
funny, fucking come on,
We got
baby,
50
we
let's
did
get
it.
it.
When he
Yeah.
does do the thumbnails, it's funny because when we look at him, like when we kind of like finalize everything, he
Ugh.
does a lot more for the thumbs. Listen, if I knew what I was doing, I'm sorry, but
No, it's
he
my
fucking-
job. I like doing them.
You murder.
I told
it.
you. It's my
And
shit.
every time I could tell you this right now, this means a lot. Okay, we no matter how many subscribers we have now, no how many views or anything like that, every thumbnail has to get passed through this series of. Would I like this? Is this funny? Is this clever? Does this have like, the ability to like grab somebody's attention and pull them in? And he does it every single one of them.
Handmade.
Clips, and especially with the episodes. Every single one of them, they're all handmade, tailor-made to fit what he thinks would be clever and good enough to fit this episode and make sense. That's why each and every one of them, watch all of our...
God is in the
yeah,
details.
exactly. All of our episodes, no matter what, if there's Dracula in it, we talked about Dracula at some point. If we're screaming, we were talking about screaming. All of them, they all have a story to tell within it. And I'm telling you, that's a lot, dude. Come on, man.
But you know what though? Like I love it, man. You love it too. We
I
love
do.
this shit.
I do.
We love what we do.
It
man.
literally makes us happy when
Look.
we're like, people are gonna fucking love that. It's insane.
Yeah, we're
That's
not
why we
coming out here
deserve
as
this.
beggars. We're coming out here.
Yeah.
We're trying to show you guys a good time and just show you what life really could be like. And there's enough people that are outraged and pissed. And we've done it on our own show as well. And you know what? Those things, they need to be covered. They need to be said. We said it. We covered it. But at this point in time, it's just like, we'll talk about more shit. We'll talk about more society stuff in general, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, like, just come have fun with us, man.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I got my real estate.
We're all gonna be
license.
dead one day. Do you
Yeah.
realize that? We're all gonna be fucking dead one day. Like, can we have a couple of laughs in between?
Yeah.
You got your real estate license?
I got my real estate
That's not
license. Listen. I got my real estate license last year
Bye-bye.
for shits and gigs. But
Shits and gigs.
But I could sell your house for maybe 10% over the market because it really gets my dick hard. helping my friends out. That's what I think about when we do our episodes because we're like, there's so much purity to it. Remember on Step Brothers? Oh my fucking god! I just quoted the movie.
Are you serious?
It had an Inception. I just quoted Step Brothers.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, dude, that's so funny. But remember, his brother said that.
No.
He was in the house.
Derek.
Yes.
Derek. Oh my. Yes.
Being
yes.
brother, I'm not even shitting you. Derek's my favorite in that whole movie. He's like,
I like it when he
take
gets
it
punched
easy,
in
bro.
the face.
Do you see these? I lather these with cucumber and tea tree oil every night. You know?
The best scene in the entire movie is when they're in the car and they're singing as a family. He's like, and I can get high.
Because my name is Derek and I can sing high like this.
Then the wife sings and he's like flat.
You're so flat.
Flat.
Look at you. You don't even look good when you're doing
he fucking
it.
shits on her.
Oh, that was so good, man.
We're going to make it to 2 hours, guys.
Yeah.
We're making it to 2.
And then when they were sitting because this is what we really did. We just bullshit, talk about movie quotes. When they were sitting at the table and he's like, so there I am. And then he's like, are those big fish? He's like, oh, god damn it, Dale. And he's like, what? I'm just asking about the story. He's like, yeah, they're called champion fish. So yeah, they're pretty big. And he's like, so anyways, I'm sorry, I forgot what I was talking about. And he's like, god damn it. And he's like, well, hold on, gang. Let's not be mad at Dale for ruining the story, possibly the evening.
Yeah, possibly the evening.
Why would he have to slip that in there?
He's like,
why would he
have
has
such a man crush on him the entire time. He's like, you get your own fancy sauce. You don't say that.
You smell like cheesecake and anger, mister. Whatever. It's a weird fucking quote.
I heard you punch Derek in the face. And she fucks him over that alone.
Dude,
look behind us. Look behind us. Dude, I remember I was saying, all right, so.
My God, we did.
Twiddle the laptop. All right, so I set this up to go on to sleep mode after 2 hours. And we've been talking and bullshitting for so long that it's actually surpassed 2 hours from the time that I put this on until now.
Hold on, here we go. Oh, it's
the casino.
Hey, it's bigger too. Let's leave that.
No, it looks like shit.
What should I do?
I want you to hit enter.
Okay, so hit enter.
And then hit capital S.
Oh my god, are we about to give this out on the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
N.
Okay.
Regular N.
Yeah.
Not capital N.
Yeah.
OR. KL. ER. 2. Snorkeler Deuce. ER. Snorkeler Deuce.
Okay.
Snorkeler Deuce. It's my password for my laptop. Okay. Boom! We're back.
Wait, hold on. Do I got to do anything?
You have to do nothing. Okay. All you have to do is just be perfect.
Hey, thank you. Hey,
and you are perfect.
Coming right up.
My friend, coming right up. Guys, I can't. If anyone's still watching, I can't fucking believe it.
Hey, be honest, though. You're proud of me. You wanted to do it 2 hours, so we did it, baby.
Yeah. We're not there. We have 10 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
We're going to fill this 10 minutes. It's going to happen.
My name is Derek and I can sing high like this. Dude, could you imagine if we ever tried like a marathon episode like this? Like how quick we just start talking about nonsense.
This either has been the best episode of all time or it has been good for 45 minutes.
I bet you know what, dude? Sometimes people like to cut loose in here. Have you ever watched a really weird video and you stayed there the whole fucking time?
Yeah.
I watch pimple popping videos and shit. People can watch this and be okay.
Do you guys want to see us do like 5-finger death stab as I go, where like the knife goes in between the fingers?
Yeah.
I'll put my hand down right now. You can stab in between.
I don't have my blade.
What? Where? Did you lose it? Did you lose it?
No. You know the blade I got, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking cool. Yeah.
I thought he had it.
They don't sell butterfly knives in the smoke shops anymore. Did they like make those illegal?
He doesn't have his blade.
I don't have I'm Blade. I'm Wesley Snipes.
I've evaded my taxes.
Yeah. The IRS won't get me, but vampires might.
I'm in jail.
I wear a leather long trench coat, which is kind of weird.
I'm in jail, but as long as I'm inside, I'll outlive the sentence.
I don't know anybody, but somehow my haircut is perfect every day.
Vitamin D is the death of me.
Some weird old white man named Whisker took my black ass in, and I don't know why he likes me.
I think he was a hillbilly.
Yeah. Whisker has a bum leg, but it doesn't seem to happen every time we talk. Sometimes he walks normal in the movies.
Chris Christopherson.
Chris Christopherson.
He's tough.
You might have seen him in other movies that you can't remember at this moment, because that's what Chris Christopherson does. Like, I don't remember in this moment. Nobody remembers a Chris Christopherson movie if it's not Blade.
Wasn't he like a musical artist?
I played the what's his name from Walking Dead.
It's not Blade, it's Blade.
Oh yeah, no. Wait. Have you played the game Death Stranding? You ever played that game?
No.
Okay, who's the kid from Walking Dead? Come on, you got to give me this. The one he has kind of like my hair, kind of. You know what I'm talking about? He laughed. My hair. He looked at my hair and he went like this. He looked at my hair.
Is that a character?
Who's that kid?
Is that a real character?
Yeah, he did Death Stranding, he did that, and then he was in Blade 3. The kid.
Are you talking about the guy with the crossbow in Walking Dead?
Yes.
Fuck. I love that guy, by the way. What's his name?
He's great.
Boondock Saints, bro.
Yes,
Boondock
exactly.
Saints.
Oh, come on, everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's.
Sean Patrick Flannery is the other guy.
I love that too. But who's what's that dude?
I think his name is
Sean Patrick Flannery.
Charlie.
You know, it's funny because now that I said his name, I could kind of think about it.
So like, how do you know it's a he? He might identify as a
warthog. Walking Dead. He pulls up Walk the Line.
Yeah. What's that cat's name?
Walk.
Yeah. King. Yeah. Bird. Yeah.
Norman Reedus.
Norman
all
Reedus.
Day.
Okay.
All day.
So Norman Reedus was still doing his
Norman Reedus shit.
His I Talk Black, because when he first started his career, he talked like real black stuff like that. He changed it like throughout, but he was still doing that in Blade. And I remember Blade and him are sitting on the chopper, Wesley Snipes, and he's like, why would you just agree to come with us? And he's like, oh please, Blade, pretty please, will you show him? And Blade like looks at him and like opens up his jacket and he has like explosive under his jacket.
You're goddamn right he does.
He's fucking dead. Blade, will you show him pretty please?
I've been on to you since they turned you.
Well, it's Blade. How the fuck do you not know
The
he's
best-
like 4 steps ahead? Like,
The
why didn't
best
he
is
just
when he's like grab like the whatever the fangs or the heart, whatever the fuck it was, and he's like, I don't want to do that, Blade. He's like, sissy.
I think that's what I think about every time I don't want to do something you want to do, and you go, bitch, pussy, bitch. I don't. It's literally what Blade does, dude.
Sissy. It's my favorite.
By that Blade, Ryan Reynolds was just starting his career. Trinity, yeah. By that,
Jessica Biel?
Yeah.
She puts her fucking headphones in.
Do you know what he called them on set? I'm not even fucking with you. You look this up. He called them the dumb white kids on set, and he refused to answer to anybody unless they referred to him as Blade. And when
Wesley Snipes?
I'm being dead serious, and he wouldn't come out of his trailer until nighttime and stuff. Like this
like
is
you're a method actor for Blade.
Dude, I'm gonna be real.
Oh, boo! Don't tell me these things.
No,
I
dude,
love Blade.
I gotta
love
tell you,
Blade. He's
I know.
fucking a Blade for me. I
Dude,
fucking love Blade.
I gotta tell you this.
Shut your whore mouth.
No, dude, you gotta hear this. He was such a nightmare on set. He was such a nightmare on set.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
I'm ruining Blade.
Shut the fuck up. I love Blade.
Blade comes in with that Blade comes in with that fucking like.
Fine, tell me.
Wait. Do you want me to tell you good or bad?
Bad.
Okay.
Bad.
He's horrible to these people. And then Ryan Reynolds
he launches right back in.
Oh my God. He was so awful, right? And then he wouldn't leave his trailer and stuff till nighttime and shit. Like, cause like, he's like, that's the only time he'd work with them. And he would call them the dumb kids and stuff. That's who he referred to as Jessica Biel and Ryan Reynolds. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds became way bigger than he ever got.
Probably fucked his wife a bunch of times.
Probably. He's probably
Does he have a wife?
everybody's wife.
Does
Ryan
Blade have a
Reynolds.
wife?
What's his name?
Blade, bro. Blade. He wants to be called Blade.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Snipes. Blade.
I will say this: even if no one watches this whole 2 hours,
you think to watch that last 5 minutes.
There's some highlights in the deep end.
Oh, there is, dude. There's no doubt.
I'm gonna kill this beer before this ends. By the way. Oh shit! I got 4 minutes.
You got this,
dude. Fuck. Hold on.
Oh my God, dude, you're fucking insane. I would vomit right now. I'm such a fucking cunt. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
No, you know what's funny too is that and he never gets out of control.
It didn't smell.
I watched him take down an entire bottle of Monkey Shoulder, and I remember being like taken back and impressed.
Good whiskey.
I'm looking at him like, and the bottle just kept going down, and he would hit it, and he wouldn't like, and it's not like he was filling his glass up to where it was like ridiculous.
Belts.
Yeah, he would fill it up.
2-3 fingers.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's called fingers. So if you have
Show
a
me.
rocks glass, like you want to do like 2 to 3 fingers is a pour.
Okay.
And a belt is about 2 fingers. So I was doing belts, just bap,
And
bap,
just smashing him.
bap,
And by
bap.
the end of the show, I literally kind of was like, let me see where his head's at, you know? And I'm like, hey man, good episode. He's like, yeah, man, thanks. And I'm like, you don't want to urinate on the floor or something? Like, you're okay? Everything's just fine? He's like, yeah, man, everything's good.
I'm gonna be honest.
Fucking trip me out. I'm like, dude, you really handle yourself well. It's
I got
fucking
a
insane.
freakish like tolerance like for drinking for my size. Again, I'm 5'6", 100 and fucking normally 55. I'm 160 now.
Drunk as you ever been?
Yeah, baby.
Drunk as you ever been?
I can't remember that.
How bad was it?
I
Was it
blacked
bad?
out more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man.
what were you drinking? Would it be like whiskey and shit like that? I know you like whiskey.
I
know you
will.
like
I
good
will. I will say
whiskeys.
that to answer the question in a satisfactory way. What fucks me up is my kryptonite. My kryptonite is gin.
Oh God,
Gin.
dude! Who even drinks gin if they're not fucking 60, dude? Are you shitting me?
Dude, Hendrix is bomb.
Is it bomb? What do you drink? Do you mix it or you
It's
just
got
drink
rose
it?
petals in it, dude. It's fucking delicious.
Do you just drink it straight?
Well, I had shots of it that day when I blacked out, but like for some reason, like, all right, let me put it this way: like back in my drinking days, like
Yeah.
I don't drink that much
No,
anymore.
he
Like I'm
doesn't.
just having
Yeah.
a good time these days.
Yeah.
But- so back when I was a big drinker, I would get off work and I would drink a minimum of 6 Jack and Cokes every single day. Minimum,
Jesus,
bare minimum.
yeah,
I would buy the giant bottle of Jack and I would finish that like every 1 or like 2 or 3 days. I would finish the giant bottle of Jack. So like Jack and Cokes all day. But Hendrix gin, if I drink like 3 or 4 of those, I'm like end of the night drunk, blacked out, don't know what I'm doing immediately. It's crazy. I don't know what it is. I can handle vodka. I can handle anything else. It doesn't matter what it
And
is.
you love the taste of this stuff.
I love alcohol, man.
I went to
Big fan.
I went to like 2 weeks of like ABC bartending school.
What was that?
It was real. It was just
Oh,
like,
the company.
exactly.
I actually almost went there just to like get my license.
Yeah,
to-
I got my little plaque. It's
That's-
bullshit. If
it's
you don't
bullshit.
go to the park class, it means nothing. But the guy was
Meanwhile, we got Jeremy working in our restaurant
Yeah.
who's bussing tables, but he's a New York bartender.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is a high level of bartender.
Absolutely.
He's a gangster.
wasn't he like in Manhattan? Like,
Yeah,
really
and,
doing his thing?
and they won't let him bartend because they know his fucking pour card. It's the dumbest
That's
thing I've
silly.
ever heard in my entire life.
That's
Anyways,
fucking silly.
Jeremy, shout out, man. I hope you're watching.
I went there and like
I got 30 seconds to finish this.
Okay.
30 seconds.
And I'll tell my story the job. For what it's worth, you know, you just knowledge is power. Went in there, learned some shit about some alcohol. But I remember him specifically saying he was talking about all the different whiskeys and all the different spirits and shit. And he said, out of everybody, he said gin drinkers are mean. The people that just like choose gin 24/7. Are we just stopping this? Are you just going out?
You got fucking 9 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Irish Spaghetti Podcast.
5
We're
seconds.
saying good night, good luck, nice to see you next time, baby. Episodes.